All right, let's see. Are we live? I think we're live. Let me know in the chat if we're live. Let me know in the chat if we're live. For the guys wondering, I entered the long position at 6 o'clock. If they come back, I might add another one, right? So I'm currently in this long position. I got entered on a stop out when I wasn't here. So I'm in this long back to 22. We're still around entry. If they come back again, there might be a potential entry to scale in. I think they might want to revisit the wick down a bit before they go higher. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know if we're live. We've got 8 people watching already. You guys are legends. We got 12 people watching already. Give me 1 sec. Oh. So we're currently in this long position with 2 accounts at the moment. Let me know how you guys are doing. Hope you guys are doing good. We're tapping into 2. I'm trying to get it back to 22 to the upside here. It's a simple 1 to 2 hour trade here. For the guys that are wondering, if they come back down again, I'll definitely look for a potential add-on entry here. I've got some profit to play with for today. So if they want to come down, I might add. But I might also wait in case they want to actually rate this low first and then go higher, right? So I'm just going to see if they want to go from here, the yes or the no. Hope you guys are doing all right. I'm doing all right. I hope you guys had a good weekend. It's Tuesday. We're back to trading. Yesterday I wasn't live. I don't think I'll be live trading on Monday. Monday is not really my type of day. I actually had a rough patch yesterday as well. During the morning session, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna trade live on the Mondays anymore. Monday's like a tough day of the week, guys. Like, genuinely speaking, like Monday likes to be really indecisive, right? So I'm gonna avoid Mondays, but I will be here on Tuesdays, on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays for sure. We got 20 people watching. Hope you guys are doing all right. Instantly 20 people is pretty insane if you ask me. We're currently in this long position. I'm gonna try and see if we can trade it back to 22 o'clock to the upside. We also got a fair value gap here, so we have to, of course, keep in mind the moment we break through this high that we potentially reverse. So yeah, we're gonna try and see what happens here. But we're trying to long it up to potentially short it back down again, right? That's the idea. We're currently below the bottom wick of the day and of the week, below the open, I mean. So I think it looks good. I think it looks favorable. We're pretty far extended to the downside. I think it has potential to go up for a bit. Of course, I understand that overall we're still trending to the downside. So this might be a foolish mistake, and we might actually go and seek lower. But looking at how it formed, we went back into the breaker block, back into the 15-minute fair value gap. We took liquidity to the downside. We have some low resistance liquidity to the upside right here. So I think it has potential, right? I think it has potential. But we'll see if this is the case or not. And we're just going to let it ride for a bit. When we're looking at the VIX, the VIX is also selling off, right? So if we're looking at the VIX, it is selling off right now, as you can see here, right? So the VIX is actually selling off to the downside. If this wants to continue, we can expect some rising momentum, of course, for the for the Nasdaq here, right? So I'm expecting this to happen. Whether or not this is the case is the big question, right? Whether or not this is gonna happen is the big question. Please change your profile picture on the thumbnail. I couldn't recognize you. Almost missed the stream. Thank you for the education. Really? It's the same one that I had before, bro. I didn't change it. You're talking about changing my profile picture, or are you changing the thumbnail? I think the thumbnail is pretty nice. I think it's pretty nice. You don't like it? Is it that ugly? Let me know in the chat, guys. If you really want me to change it, I might consider. But of course, if people like it, I mean, like, why not, right? Like, I mean, this is the one that we're talking about here. Is it so bad? Is it that bad? Like, genuinely speaking? Let me know in the chat if it's that bad. Good morning from the USA, Michigan. Good morning. Hello from Sweden. Hello from Sweden. Good morning. Hi, Thomas. Snill. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing all right. Jamie, how are you? It looks good, but not like real you. Yeah, I know, I understand, but yeah. Like, I've been trying to mess around. I'm telling you guys, if AI ever becomes conscious, like, genuinely speaking, I'm the first one they're gonna get. All right, they're gonna get me, and they put me in jail for swearing at AI, because I've been really trying to make it better. Like, I think I made like 30 pictures or something, right? Trying to make, and eventually it was this one. I was like, okay, this is good enough. I was like, this is good enough. And this is what it is. It is what it is. All right, Jamie, good morning. We got 25 people watching. For the guys that have been here before and actually enjoy the live streams, make sure to smash up the like. That would be highly, highly appreciated. We're currently in the longs for the people wondering. When it comes to gold, gold doesn't look favorable for me, right? Like, let me know in the chat if you think this is tradable, but I think this is, you have almost no candles, right? So, yeah, gold is just not, gold is just not it, right? That's just what it is. And I understand that we're trending down currently on the Nasdaq. So am I trying to do something here that doesn't make sense is the big question, right? That's the big question. It might be the case, but I'm expecting some reversal here, right? Some liquidity grabbing to the upside for the continuation down, or it's going to reverse completely. It's a good question. The market, I got to be honest with you, the market's a bit tough. The reason why is because we're squeezing, right? Meaning that we're coming closer, narrower and narrower, as you guys can see, right? Meaning that we're going to break out someday. The question is, where are we going to break out to, right? Right now, it's a bit of a iffy situation, right? So you have a triangle formation or whatever they call it. It's like, I don't know precisely how they call it. I have no idea about the pattern, the candlestick patterns and stuff, and the chart patterns. I have no idea about them. But I understand that when it squeezes, that the moves are becoming a little bit more unpredictable, right? So it could break up either side. Right now, I can see that we also had a squeeze here, right? But we squeezed it out to the downside first. So we took liquidity down. Is this going to then reverse and go higher is the big question, right? I think we're using a pretty good low here. If they want to take this one and they want to go lower, we can also look for a re-entry. I'm not losing anything on the day because I'm up, so it doesn't really matter. But we'll see. We'll see. Gold changed direction a couple of times in the London session. Yeah, gold is not, I don't think gold's looking favorable, right? I think gold is a bit of a tough. Maybe yesterday you could have had something, but also for me personally, on how I look at the charts, yesterday was also a bit, it wasn't good, right? And today you had that open without a top wick. It might want to go higher, right? Then we have to see if the dollar wants to continue rising to the, or sinking to the downside from this gap, for example. And then you have like a buy on gold potentially. But I don't know. I don't know whether that's the case or not. We're trying to at least long the Nasdaq now. So that's what I'm currently trying to do. Whether this is going to play out or not is the big question. The moment they break through 2 o'clock again, right? So you can see that we have London open and 2 o'clock here right now. There was not really a clear bottom wick on 6. So the moment they break 2 o'clock and London open again, we will be moving ourselves to break even because we will be flipping both the 6-hour candle and the 8-hour candle bullish, right? Meaning that that would be a pretty good level to go to break even. Let's see if this actually wants to play though. We have a breaker formation here right now. If you look at it from this angle, so we have a breaker block right here, created from a previous breaker block right here, and a fair value gap on the 15-minute time frame. I think it has potential, right? I think it has potential. Make sure to manage your risk, right? Don't do anything foolish. Like I said before, I'm no wizard, right? I'm trying the best I can. It's an uncertain game. Make sure to manage your risk so you can stay in the game and let the edge play out, right? That's all I have to say. We got 33 people watching. If you enjoyed the live stream, make sure to smash up the likes. That would be highly, highly appreciated. I think the picture is good, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it for now, but I might just change the thumbnail in the future, right? And we'll give it like a different, we'll give it the different look for sure. It's not a problem. But I need to see, you know, whether or not the thumbnail is actually good or not. You know, when it comes to the live streams, you know, whether or not people actually enjoy clicking through and seeing what I'm doing here on YouTube, live streaming trading. Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Cam. Hope you're doing all right. Estonian day trader. Good morning. Hi. Hope you guys are doing good. Morton, welcome, my friend. Welcome back, of course. Of course, welcome back to the live streams. I've been working on that PDF, guys, by the way. For the guys that are wondering, I've been working on that PDF. I'm gonna show you guys a little guide through, right? So I've been working on the PDF, as you guys can see, all right? So I'm gonna cover everything that I think is important. Do you guys see it? Let me know in the chat. Press the 1 in the chat. I've been working on it, right? I've been working on the PDF, as you guys can see, and I'm explaining my ideology when it comes to trading, and I give you some examples when it comes to correlations and stuff and everything in that instance. So I've been working on it, right? I've been working on the PDF for you guys on how I see the market. It's a lot of type work. Of course, I'm using AI to help me type it out further, right? but I have to correct it, have to change it, have to, you know, make it my own. And that's what I'm working on. And this, everything what I did here, I did it over the weekend. So that's about, what is it, like 20 pages. But I have some more work to do, right? I have like 2 more chapters. So I got some work to do, guys, right? I got some work to do, but I'm working on it. And I'm drawing out examples, showing you guys on how I see the market. Once it's done, you guys can, of course, get it for free. Like, I don't need any money for it. So that's gonna be the goal. That's gonna be the goal. And I also reached out, because I told you guys before, right, that I wanted to learn about order flow. And I thought, what is like a better way to just make myself seem like a fool? Because, you know, everyone is learning, right? And I don't understand order flow. I've watched a lot of videos on it, but I never traded it before. I'm like, why not ask a company to work with a company together? And I start learning order flow live on stream with you guys. Isn't that like amazing, you know? Learning order flow, we're learning it together. Of course, I'm still gonna execute my models, but I'm gonna learn order flow, see if I can actually use it while I'm, you know, trading. And I was like, yeah, why not? So I'm gonna make myself look like a fool, but that's okay. That's not a problem. It's not a problem, because I'm gonna definitely make some mistakes. But I guess everyone's learning, right? Everyone's learning. So why not? You know, why not? Why not do it together, right? So yeah, I reached out to the company, and I'm gonna see if they wanna do that. And then, yeah, we also have like an order flow chart on screen to look at the candle creations. And maybe it's going to actually, you know, increase our success rate a lot. Because let's say, for example, right now, of course, we're in drawdown. But let's say we didn't enter any trade whatsoever. And we waited for price to go below 6 o'clock. Wait for a clear absorption, right, of sellers. And see if there's any trapped sellers in this move. And then look for the long. And then we have that as a confirmation to actually jump into the trade, right, with the candle creations in mind. That would be pretty damn sick, wouldn't it? That would be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick. But yeah, let's see. Oh, look at that. A big wick to the downside. Let's see if we can survive this one or not. We actually took out some inefficiency here, right? As you guys can see, we took some inefficiency there. Let's see if they're going to stop us out or not, or they're going to move higher. It would be nice if they move higher, of course. That would be nice, but you never really know, do you? You never really know. So we're going to see or not if they want to survive it. If they do want to take this wick, right, and they want to wick it down a little bit further, potentially into like 50% or something like that, I'll still be tempted to look for another entry, right? But then I have to wait for them to actually go back above 6 o'clock again and do some, yeah, you know, change the state of delivery to go higher. Or they want to just continue going lower, right? And I'm just a fool looking for the longs. That could also be the case. That could also be the case. But if I'm looking at this, so if you're looking at the candle closures, like I mentioned before, we can see that there's a small gap here, and I actually tapped into it, right? So there is some chance here that they actually want to go higher for a little bit. That's at least what I'm looking for. Whether or not this is the case is, of course, the big question. We tapped into 75 or 25% of this move, just, yeah, a quadrant of it. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. When we're looking at the higher time frame, we can see now as well that the VIX is actually rising, which is not positive for us. But let's hope it wants to continue its current momentum to the downside and go back to the daily open, so we can have some buying pressure for the Nasdaq here. But if we're looking at the higher time frame on the Nasdaq, if this actually wants to go and seek lower, like on a higher perspective, there's a big move, right? Like if you look at it from this perspective, there's a really big move to the downside, because we just have, man, I think we're talking about a couple thousand points to 50% of the initial move that we had when we actually had that breakout. This range was irritating as heck, right? During March and January and stuff like that. This actually cost me a lot of money, guys, right? This cost me a lot of money. I gave back, I think, like months of progress of payouts. I gave it back in a couple of weeks just because I was trading this so heavily. And yeah, it cost me a lot of money, right? It cost me a lot of money. So I'm glad that this is over, but I hope it doesn't reoccur here, right? Because that would be a bit... that would be a bit suffocating. That would be a bit suffocating. But let's see what happens. We swept some liquidity to the downside. We're still in the trade. Let's see if they want to flip again, go higher, back above 2. That would be nice. If this is the case, we have some clear draws on liquidity to the upside. For me personally, that's 10 o'clock, of course. And then we have the high from the previous 6 hour that potentially also could be taken out. So yeah, let's see what happens. We got 50 people watching already. We're only live for about 15 minutes. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you want to smash up the like and hit the notification bell, that would be highly, highly appreciated. And maybe maybe if you think that someone else likes to watch this stream, you know, share it with some of your friends, you know, trading friends. You know, I want to create a community in the future, you know, like call it like a trading society or whatever, and then we have some you know, some G's that are trading together. Wouldn't that be sick? All right, so we have a breakout here. We're only trading 1 micro here, guys. We're not trading a lot of capital, but I'm also copy trading it, right? So let's see what happens here. Where can I learn your trading style? I'm creating a PDF, right? I'm creating a PDF. So once the PDF is finished, you can, you know, learn it as much as you want and apply it. I don't have any course or anything like it. I don't know if I ever create one, to be honest, but who knows? You never know what the future brings. But right now, I don't have anything to sell you, right? I don't have anything to sell you, my friend. But when it comes to my trading style, to be honest, I think you can learn a lot from what I do from other people online. There's a guy called TJR Trades. We did not pass it through it yet, so I have to wait. But there's a guy called TJR Trades. It's this guy on YouTube. You can learn a lot from this guy when it comes to like having like a market structure perspective and everything like it. Of course, understand that this is he's just giving you fragments, right? So you do have to make it something yourself. But you can learn a lot from him, right? If you want to learn about that stuff or learn about how I look at the market to a certain degree, I think you can learn a lot from that guy, to be honest, right? Let's have a look. So we tapped 2 o'clock. I have to go to break even on this trade right now. So we're gonna see, hopefully we can survive the bottom wick creation on this current 3-minute candle. But we'll see if this is the case or not. But I have to go to break even because if they respect 2 o'clock again, yeah, there's a big chance if they go through 6 that we're actually gonna go to the downside, and that's not my that's not the ideal situation. Let's say it like that, right? I would like to stay above here, close above, go higher, and then actually create a fair value gap here, come back into the fair value gap and go higher, right? That would be the ideal situation. If I'm looking, let's see, maybe if I'm looking at it, well, we can actually use the, I'm going to use the bottom wick of 6 right now as my stop loss. Right here. Let me see. Is this 6? Yeah. So I'm using the bottom wick as 6 as my stop loss right now. Because there is a chance that they're going to come down on the next 5 minutes and actually put a, they retest 6 once again and then go higher. If they really break through here now, I'm of course going to break even. But I see some potential of it actually retesting 6, and now we're actually reducing our risk. So that's all right. And we're increasing our risk to reward ratio, basically, to that degree, to a little bit. But let's see. Thank you for your time frame synchronization video. Watched it a couple of times on the weekend. It is great. Ah, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Oh, so yeah, I do have something that you can learn if you want to when it comes to trading stuff. I have a video that I created. It's for free. You can just watch it whenever you like. It's this video right here. This is a video I created myself, right? It's unlisted. If you guys want it, I can share it in the chat. Let me know if you want it or not. And you can watch it here, right? So you can watch it here. It's an unlisted video. The only way for you to access the video is by clicking the link. So if you like to watch that video, make sure to click the link. And yeah, you know, it's about time frame synchronization. I think it's a really good video, personally. But yeah, just give it a crack and maybe you get something out of it, you know? Maybe you can get something out of it. Let's see if we can actually start breaking out from here, guys. That would be nice. That would be nice if we actually want to break out or not. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. We got our stop loss placed below the current 6-hour low, so I think it's at a pretty good level. If they want to actually break through this low again, there's a big chance they're going to seek lower, right? There's a big chance they're going to seek lower. When I'm looking at the VIX, so if we're looking at the VIX is actually selling off again, which is nice. The best ideal situation would be for the VIX to break that low, of course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a alert right here, because the moment that happens, I want to be aware of it. Let's see. Okay, so there's a little bit of spread. If they break through it, we'll see if that happens or not. And yeah, let's hope so, because this could actually mean that we're going to keep rising on the DXY, or in the DXY, on MNQ here. Let's have a look. On the 20 minutes, it's looking really good, though. On the 20 minutes, looking really favorable for us. But let's see if they want to continue, because they're ranging for a little bit. Do we have some crazy news coming out today? No, there's no news today, so we don't have a news driver. This could also be the case that the market's a bit choppy. But I've noticed, let me know if you guys noticed this, but it's like the market, since like the war ended, right? It ended to a degree, right? The markets has been, like the ranges are big, but sometimes it's like stagnating. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So the delivery is there, but it's not really there. Do you guys understand what I mean? Let me know in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. But I've noticed sometimes that like it feels like it's going somewhere, and it's going there, but it takes like 20 minutes to get there for some reason, right? It takes like 20 minutes. It's like up, down, up, down, up, and then it goes, and then up, down, and then it's just, it's a bit of a, yeah, it's a bit of a tough situation sometimes. Right, it's a good examples right here, right? So you go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then out of nowhere it just goes, right? It just goes out of nowhere. So yeah, let's hope it's the same stuff here, up, down, and then boom, we go up, out of nowhere, we go up. That would be nice, that would be really nice. Got 58 people watching. Make sure to smash up the likes if you enjoy the live stream. So currently in a long position. When it comes to gold, yeah, we're not trading gold at the moment. Gold's not looking favorable for me. But when it comes to the DXY, if the DXY keeps sinking to the downside, I would prefer longs on gold here. But right now, yeah, I'm not involved. I'm not involved in gold. We are involved in a long here on MNQ though. Let's hope this actually wants to play out. Yeah, it's kind of giving direction, but not follow through. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the same stuff I'm feeling here right now. All right, it's like it gives me direction. As in, I understand that the direction overall is still short, but the liquidity that they're building here, I feel like they need to take that out, right? I feel like they need to take it out. Whether or not it's going to happen is the big question, right? Whether or not it's going to happen is the big question. I would like for it to happen, but whether or not it's going to happen is the big question. It's, okay, so we had a retrace on the 5, but it's closing, hopefully going to close bullish. That would be nice. It's a good buy up at least, right? It's a good buy up from midnight open, as you guys can see here. All right, so they tap back into midnight. They've been ranging around midnight a lot here, to be honest, like fair value, right? They've been going down, up, down. Let's hope they actually want to create some inefficient price action higher. That would be nice if they actually want to do something like that, so we can make some money here. Oh, the only money is made in inefficient market, guys, right? So if of course, some people might be really good at scalping and are already up like $100,000s of dollars. That could be the case. But most of the money is made when the market is inefficient, like trending one direction. And I hope it's going to trend higher right now. That's what I hope to see. That's what I hope to see. Let's see, though. All right, we just opened a new 5-minute. Give us the breakthrough to the upside, baby. Come on. I know you want to do it. Do it with us. Come on. Let's see, though. Cam Jam, yes, sir. That would be cool. Yeah, bro. I've been working on it. It's like I've made PDFs before, but the thing is with making like a PDF, the hard part about creating something. So if I show you guys again, right? The hard part about creating something is how do you get your mind that whatever you see on a piece of paper, right? How do you exchange that? By just writing it in wording instead of making videos, right? That's the hard part. That really is the hard part, right? Because I need to, in some way or form, I need to like explain it, articulate myself on a piece of paper on how I read the markets. Of course, to a degree, it's 100% possible. But you have to also understand that not everything that makes sense to me might not make sense to someone else that's just starting to learn how to trade. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes it is a bit struggling for me as well, because I have to, I'm like, okay, I need to redo it because I can understand what I'm saying here, but the person next to me or the person on the other side of the screen might not understand what I mean. You guys see what I'm saying? We got 67 people watching. Hope you guys are doing all right. We're currently in a long position here on the Nasdaq, and we're targeting back to 22 o'clock highs, right? So we're trying to trade it back up to 22 o'clock open, basically open, not the highs, but this is also a potential target right here, these highs. We'll see. We're currently in this long position. Let's see if they want to actually go higher. That would be nice. That would be nice. Let me actually mark these out in a different color. Like that. All right, let's see. Give me 1 second. I just noticed. I need to fix that. Yeah. All right. All right. We don't have MNQ on the screen. Oh, my bad. My apologies. Here you go. Yeah. There you go. You're right. You're right. Sometimes I forget about it. I forget about it sometimes that I don't have MNQ on the screen. You're completely right, my friend. You're completely right. Let's hope the VIX starts selling lower, though. That would be nice. Because right now we're coming back into it again. Hopefully they can break through. Give us some momentum to the upside. We got a new half an hour coming in 2 minutes from now. Let's see if they want to do it for us, guys. There's no news today. So the driving might be a little bit slower, but it would be nice if we can get this trade. It would be nice if we can get this trade to the upside. Right here. Do you guys see it now? Let me know in the chat if you guys can see it. I want to make sure that I have it on the right screen now. I want to make sure that I have it on the right screen. Let's have a look here. Oh, I need to actually do a shout out about the fact that we're live. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see. Yes, MNQ now. Okay, thank you. For the guys that are watching and enjoy the live stream, and if you've been here before, make sure to smash up the like. That would be highly appreciated. You do help the stream a lot by smashing up the like. I would highly appreciate that. Let's have a look here, guys, because they're not really breaking out, of course. We can see that right now. We can still test 6 o'clock and then go higher. So I think the stop is pretty... I think the stop is making sense at the moment. So I'm accepting the fact that we might lose 57 bucks, which is okay. It's not a big problem. Let's see if that happens, though. Let's see if this happens. We're already up like 160 for the day. So if they want to take this out, that's okay. That would be okay. That wouldn't be a big problem. But let's see. I would like to see some continuation move higher from here. But the market's just really slow at the moment. It's just like pop, 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 pop to the upside, to the downside. We'll see what happens. We got a new half an hour just opening up right here. Let's see what happens here. If we're gonna create a bottom wick and actually fly through, that would be amazing. That would be fantastic. They might want to retest 6 before they do it. They are trying to break through midnight right now. Let's see if this happens. Bro, I'm short in NQ. Oh no! Yeah, I hope for you it plays out, but I don't hope that for me, alright? If you're shorter than Q and it works, that would be amazing, bro. Just follow your plan, man. Stick to your plan, bro. Stick to your plan. I'm alright, you know, like it's if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's part of the game. Alright? If you're right, you're right. That's amazing. Let's have a look here. So when it comes to gold, yeah, gold is still the same scenario here. I'm not gonna trade this. It's not looking favorable. Let's see what NQ is doing. MES is doing. Oh, okay, I see. When it comes to yes, I do understand the thesis here for the shorts more deeply. It looks like ES wants to break below 6 and stay below it. So when it comes to ES, I'm actually understanding the short scenario here. But yeah, NQ is looking like a divergence at the moment. Let's see whether or not this is gonna play out. Let's see who's right. Let's see who's wrong. Let's have a look here. We got 72 people watching. Hope you guys are doing all right. 30-second SMT. Yeah, I'm not looking at the 30 seconds though, bro. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not gonna look at the 30 seconds, bro. I'm not gonna do that. At least not on the live stream. There's no way. There's too much. That's too much going on for me to do that. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, when I'm looking at ES, when I'm looking at it from the previous day, right? So if you can look at ES, you had the opening gap here. We never actually tapped back into it, but you had a break of structure to the upside internally, right? Then you also broke structure higher from here. And if you look at it from previous day range, we went back into 50%. Yeah, I'm a bit mixed, you know? It could also rise from here, to be honest, right? Looking at it from this perspective. It's like it went back into 50%, and they actually started breaking above 6 again on ES. Yeah, you don't really have a top wick on the day. They might want to come and seek that out, right? But it could also be completely the opposite. They swept all this liquidity and they're deciding to go lower, right? Who am I? Like generally speaking, like I can't tell you whether or not price is gonna go some direction with 100% certainty, right? So I'm just, you know, I'm just trying my best. That's all I can do basically. I'm just trying my best. Okay, check odd GPY. Oh yeah, we can have a look at it. I never traded it before though. Let me see, which one am I using? This one. All right. I never traded it before though, so I can't really give you like an honest opinion whether or not it looks good. Because yeah, I have no idea. Let me see though. So where are you, since when are you in a buy? So you swap liquidity here. Not like a major sweep. And you're yeah. Let's see. I mean, where are you in a, since when are you in a buy? You're in the bottom wick of the day if you're in a buy. 11. Oh, bro. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think you're good, bro. To be honest, if you're in that low, you're looking pretty nice here, because you can see on the daily time frame that currently the day is trending higher, right? So you're in the bottom. This is the bottom wick of the day. Especially if they flip the day now bullish, that would be amazing, right? You could say that they swept liquidity to the downside and couldn't break through it, closed higher, created some level of support or resistance, in this instance support, right? And you could potentially seek back to these highs up here, right? Come back to this level to the upside. Ooh, you have a big target as well. Yeah, nice, bro. Yeah, I hope it plays out for you. It's looking good. It's looking good. All right, we got MNQ sinking to the downside. Let's see if Cinox is right on his shorts and I'm wrong. Let's see if this is the case. No problem, my friend, no problem. It looks good. You're in a good buy position, especially for, you know, like currency pairs are less like volatile, right? So if it goes somewhere, it's likely to continue more often than not when it comes to like, you know, NQ and stuff like that. It's a bit more mixed when it comes to NQ. So we tapped into 2 o'clock. Was this a sign to not stay in the position is the question, right? Because I said to myself, the moment they tap 2, I have to go to break even. I didn't, because I wanted to see them actually retest potentially 6 and go higher. So I made the decision. Let's see if it's gonna burn me now. We do have a good stop loss in place though, so I'm really glad with the stop that we have, because it's below 6. If they break below the 6 o'clock low, there's a big chance they're gonna continue to fall down, right? So I think the stop is in a good position right now. Let's see, if we're looking at the VIX, it's not looking favorable for us. You can see that the VIX has actually continued to rise now. We'll see how far this wants to rise up. If this actually wants to continue rising, there's a big chance that we're going to get taken out here on our trade on NQ. And then the question is, what's going to happen next, right? What's going to happen next? We're above the open of the day on the VIX. We're below the open on the Nasdaq. We're in the bottom half of the Nasdaq. I can't sell it here. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens here, guys. We'll have to see what happens here. I'm only targeting London low as short continuation entered from this 0.79 on the last swing. Let me see. So you entered from this. You entered on this level. Or you entered from here. Oh, you entered right here. I see. So you entered here, right? I guess. I don't know precisely where you entered it from, but yeah, you're looking good, bro. You're definitely moving in the right direction. That's for sure. The VIX is buying up drastically. So it's not looking favorable for me, that's for sure. But it is looking favorable for you, so that's good. At least one of us is making money right now. At least one of us is making money. Let's have a look here. We got 91 people watching. If you guys enjoy the live stream, make sure to smash up the like. We do not have a bottom wick on this 30-minute. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. We got no bottom, no top wick on this current 30-minute time frame. Bowser Trades tuning into the live stream. Bowser's Trades. Nice, bro. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing all right. Bowser's a legend, guys. He's a multitasker. He's driving, trading. He's doing everything at once. He's a G. Right now, I don't know if he's still you're behind the PC right now, Bowser. We are waiting for the New York to consume the Cosby crash. What is the Cosby crash? I have no idea what you're talking about, my friend. Sorry. Oh, I see. South Korea's crashes over 8%. Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. Oh, 10% Hispanic selling hits Korea chip giants. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Home in bed trading. It's raining. I see. Nice, nice, nice. All right, we're still alive. We're still alive, but barely breathing here, guys. We're still alive, but barely breathing. Let's see if they wanna give it for us, or they actually wanna continue to the downside. Let's see how New York reacts. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting for sure. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna be here when New York actually hits. I'll be live trading until 9 o'clock ish, and then I go off. But yeah, let's see if this if we're gonna hit it back to 22 before it happens, or we're gonna go down further and we're gonna get taken out. That's the big question, right? That's the big question. I've noticed more often than not that 6 likes to come back to these levels. Whether it happens before 9:30 is the big question. Of course, if we're in the trade and 9:30 comes along, I'll stay in the trade, of course, right? Like, I'm not gonna just that depends on where we are, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got 96 people watching. Hope you guys are doing all right. Welcome to the live stream. I'm Thomas, for the guys that don't know. I've been trading for around 6 years now. Live trading a lot in the past. I was part of an educational company. I decided to leave, and I wanted to do my own thing. And a couple of years later, here I am. Right here I am, live trading again for you guys. So yeah, if you enjoy the live streams, make sure to smash up the like. And if you want to come here more often, hit the notification bell so you'll always be notified whenever I go live. So let's have a look here. Yeah, I wanna make sense out of gold, but gold's not making me any sense right now. I think gold's gonna be on our non-tradable bucket list today. It really depends. It's like if this wants to continue lower, you would seek longs here, but it's really hard to seek longs from this level here, right? Because there's not really much structure telling me that, and especially no bottom wick on gold. It's a bit like, you know, it's a bit of a tough situation to be in. All right, we're still alive on the Nasdaq. We're still alive. Let's see if we're gonna survive this, or the yes or the no. That's the big question. We do still not have that bottom top wick, right? So we still not have that top wick here. If they wanna, yeah, we have a small one, a really small icky wicky top wick, right? But if they wanna break above the 30-minute high, that would be favorable for us. But yeah, let's see. If not, we're gonna get taken out, and we're gonna wait and see if there's another potential setup forming. We'll see if this is the case or not. We do have a pretty massive fair value gap here to the upside. So we can see here that we have a fair value gap above previous 6 high. This is also the high from, you could say, from London, right? So this is the London high. And down here we have the pre-London low, right? So the pre-London low is down here, right? Let's have a look here. What are you guys looking for? I know someone is already in shorts. He's making bank. I'm losing bank. What are you guys looking for? You guys looking for longs, for shorts? Let me know in the chat. Oh, let me know what you're looking for. Bowser, what are you looking for, bro? You looking for longs? You looking for shorts? What are you looking for, amigo? Let me know in the chat. I would like to know your opinion, my friend. I would like to know your opinion. What are you looking for? We're continuing to rise here on the VIX. So the VIX is really telling us like, yo, bro, I'm not going down, right? So it's not beneficial for us for sure. The VIX is continuing to rise here. Buys. We got Estonian looking for buys. Yeah, I'm also looking for buys. The buys are not buying right now. we need some bulls in the game. Maybe we need to call like JP Morgan or something and ask them if they could actually buy up some Nasdaq right now. That would be nice. But let's see. We're still alive. We're still alive. Let's see if we can survive. We just swept the previous day, the previous half-an-hour low. I'm in shorts from previous day lows. Oh, Bowser is in shorts. Bowser is in shorts. Ah, so you shorted it right here. You shorted it right here somewhere. I see. Bowser is shorting. I like. Yeah, I can see what you mean. You shorted it from right here. Right here. Short 655. Oh, you actually shorted it just now. Nice. Looking for 600. Okay, let's see. Yeah, back to 600. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. All right, so we got two people in the shorts. I'm the only one buying right now. I don't know if Estonian is also buying, but yeah, let's see what happens here. Let's see if we're gonna get taken out, and some of you guys are gonna make some bank, and I'm gonna lose money while you make money. At least that makes me feel good. At least that makes me feel good. All right, let's see. Tommy, you alive? Long time no see. How you doing, my guy? Morton, I'm doing all right, my friend. How are you? How are you? I'm doing fantastic, bro. Live streaming, live trading, you know, just chilling. And I say it every day, right? Any day above ground is a good day, my friend. Any day above ground is a good day. But how are you doing, my friend? It's been a while, that's for sure. It's been a long time, my friend. It's been a really long time. But yeah, life is a blessing, bro. At least if you make it that way, right? Life could be mental suffering or it could be a blessing. Whatever you decide is gonna be, right? Whatever you decide it's gonna be. Let's see what happens here, guys. We're below 6. If we can break above 6 again, it would be nice. But it doesn't feel like it right now. Let's have a look at the VIX. Now the VIX also just continues to rise and rise and rise and rise. So it looks like we're gonna get taken out in this position. That's what it's looking like right now. But let's see. Well, how is your life, Martin? Let me know in the chat. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing with everyday life? Are you still trading? Hi, I have a short trade on silver open already. I'm here 5 hours later and silver still is doing nothing, just ranging. Still believing in the fall through. Oh, nice. Yeah, I see. Well, I think you still have potential here for sure. Yeah, I think you still have potential here for sure. You traded it back into midnight and almost into London. If they break through 6 low, that would have a lot of potential here for sure. Smart words right there. Thank you, my friend. New sub. Good luck on the trade. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Let's hope the odds are in our favor, but you never know. You never know how many cards are in the deck, right? You never know how many cards are in the deck unless you're counting them. But yeah, we can't know it with trading. Living, chilling, trading, just doing pretty decent this year. And I'm really happy about every aspect of my life at the moment. And you still boxing and grinding your ass off. Yeah. I'm boxing still every single day, bro. I'm actually following a small diet right now to lose some weight. Not that I'm overweight or anything like it, but I want to become a little bit more lean again. Lose some of the unnecessary fat that I'm dragging along every single day. But yeah, I've been boxing consistently, bro. I've been boxing consistently. Potentially because I moved to a different location, right? So I moved to like the countryside, basically. And yeah, it's not really. It's good. It's good. You know, the countryside's amazing. It's peaceful. It's amazing, but it's not good for me at this current moment in my life. Right, I'm 23 years old. I would like to live near the city so I can just, whenever I feel like, go out, meet some people, instead of like living in the middle of nowhere. I might move back to my old place and live with a friend of mine, and then, you know, I go back to boxing at my old gym. I also miss my old gym. I miss the old people around me, you know, like the people that I used to chill with every single day. I miss them a lot. Because right now, like, they're 2.5 hours away with the car, right? So it's impossible for me to get there. So I might move back and go back to fighting, you know, and maybe fight the competition again. So I want to lose some of the exterior weight right now, so I can, you know, get a little bit in shape. Because I don't want to, like, I'm weighing 87 kilos, and I don't want to fight heavyweight, right? Like, I don't want to do that, so I need to lose some weight. I'm tall, but I'm not that tall, right? I'm like 185. So I'm tall enough, but I'd rather lose some weight. So yeah, that's what we're doing here, Morten. Nothing much, basically. Reading books, boxing, you know, live streaming for you guys. 110 people watching, which is insane, by the way. I hope you guys are doing all right. If you enjoyed the live stream, make sure to smash up the like. Market this week seems weird. Hope for a structural change. The market is not looking too favorable. It's not looking too favorable, my friend. I hope it changes as well. All right, here we go. We're gonna get taken out, I think. Right here on this position. Yeah, the VIX is still pushing higher, as you guys can see. So I think we're gonna get taken out. Yeah, I'm currently in a long, yeah, but not anymore. I just got taken out. So be glad. Be glad that you joined a little bit later. Let's see. So we entered it here and we got taken out right here. All right. So we got one small stop out here. We're still up for the day, but that's all right. It's not a problem. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, you're making money, bro. What do you mean, oh no? Making money, bro. Enjoy it. It's good, man. All right, let's have a look. That's good to hear, my friend. We'll catch up with you on the stream in the near futures. Now I'm leaving. Stay safe. For sure, man. For sure. Sounds good, my friend. Have a lovely day, my friend. Have a lovely day. All right, got taken out on this position. I'm gonna wait and see what happens down here, whether or not they're gonna give me some structural change. I'm still preferring longs here, guys, right? So whether or not I'm gonna be a fool for trying to get it again is the big question. We're gonna see what happens here. I'm gonna wait for the VIX to show me some sign of selling pressure, because right now it's not doing it for us. We're gonna see how far we're gonna come back up on the VIX. Potentially we will come back around this level before it wants to go lower again. If this is the case, then the Nasdaq has still some room to go, that's for sure. So we're gonna wait and see. I have some levels marked out. I'm not gonna just wait for a little bit. And we're gonna see what happens here. We're gonna see what happens here. I'm gonna keep this on. I'm gonna see if they wanna go and visit the wick down a little bit more. So just to give a thesis around the trade, we were looking for just a simple reversion back into the current day trading candle, with the expectancy that they actually want to come back to 22 and rate some liquidity higher. I still think it has potential. The question whether or not it's going to happen is, of course, yeah, you don't really know. But I'm going to look for a potential extra long position once I get the opportunity to do so. They now rated 6 o'clock low again. When I'm looking at ES, yeah, we're below on ES, right? So it's a bit of a tough spot to be in. We already mentioned that before. It's like we're trading below 6 on ES already. So let's see what happens here, though. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to see what happens. We're currently below the daily open. Yeah, it's a bit of a tough spot to be in. We're gonna see if they want to actually go higher or not, and if I'm a fool for looking for longs is the big question. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We got 112 people watching. Let me know where you're from. I'm from Amsterdam. For the guys that don't know it yet, I'm from Amsterdam. Let me know where you guys are from. Amsterdam is located in the Netherlands, guys. It's located in the Netherlands, in Holland. So we have someone from Belgium, we have someone from Spain, we have Someone from Morocco, which I already know. Not that she mentioned it, but I know she's from Morocco. Have the same vision, but I execute after New York Open. I see. So you're gonna wait a little bit. I see. We got someone from Spain, Belgium. Originally, I'm Moroccan. Oh, nice. We got France. We got South Africa. Seems like the VIX took off. Yeah, the VIX is buying, bro, pretty drastically here, right? Like I was expecting it to continue to flip lower if we're looking at the previous 2-hour candles, right? So you can see that we sink lower, sink lower. I was expecting this one to flip lower as well and come back to the daily open. Oh, the question mark thingy is the question mark thingy, guys. I don't know why they have it here. I mentioned it the last stream as well. Why would you put it on the left? Put it on the right when no one clicks on the left side. But yeah, I was expecting it to come back to the daily open, but it didn't, right? It's not doing that. It's not doing that. The people from Belgium are celebrating. Yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. They're for sure celebrating. They won from America. Australia, nice. 020, ja toch. Aloha. Aloha, my friend. How are you? Hope you're doing good. I'm from Drenthe. Ja, grappig jongen, Wilo. Klojo. Canada, nice. Real nice, real nice, real nice. That's amazing. Again, everyone's tuning in from all the other sides of the world. I just don't know. You know how special it is, guys? You know how special that is? It's amazing. Bro, love from India. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Not even Trump could beat them. Yeah, that's funny. I'm back again, like I said. Yes, sir. Welcome back. Welcome back to the live streams. Choppy market. Yeah, well, yeah, it's a bit choppy. It's a bit choppy. It's okay though. It's not a problem. We'll see what happens here. If they want to respect this low, I'm still gonna look for a long setup here. Maybe a little bit lower. It just depends on what the VIX is gonna do. The VIX is rising like insanely hard right now. The Nasdaq is not following through that drastically though. The Nasdaq is not following through that drastically. We'll see what happens here. We just swept the current 6-hour low. If me moving my stop to the current 6-hour low actually be the causal factor of why I got stopped out, that would be a bit sad though. I ain't gonna lie to you. But that's okay. It's not a problem. That's not a problem. From South Korea. South Africa also in the building. Nice. Welcome back to the live stream. Night, welcome back to the live stream, my friend. Hope you're doing alright. Yeah, if moving my stop from this low to the 6-hour low actually was the reason I got stopped out here and they're gonna rise it all the way back up, that would be pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie to you. That would be pretty sad. I know, Knight. I know. Can you maybe explain, please, the Volks a bit, please? I never understood it. Yeah, I have a document for you. Wait, so give me 1 second. Okay, let's see. All right, here you go. Right, so I'm gonna send this over to you because you can read anything about it here, right? So this is the whole explanation about the VIX, right? So the volatility index. It's best for you to just read it, and you know you can go through it. It's pretty easy. I also have all this stuff. I have it all mentioned in the PDF that I'm making, right? So for the guys that are wondering, I'm creating a free PDF for you guys. As you guys can see here, right? So there's a whole PDF on everything. This is all done by me, by the way, right? So I'm doing this to just create it so you know how, I have a bit of an understanding on how I see the market personally. And yeah, maybe you can do something with it. Bro, send the unlisted video link. Sure, my friend, I'll send it over. All right, so the guys that are wondering, I've made a free video. It's unlisted on YouTube. Maybe you guys can use it for something. It's about time frame synchronization. So how do you actually make all the time frame work together in this instance? Maybe, yeah, maybe you can use it. You know, give it a crack. I would say give it a crack and watch it. How can we get the hands on it? It's not done yet, bro. Once it's done, I'll make sure everyone can get it. Oh, look at this. I'm dead ass gonna cry. I'm gonna cry if this actually goes now. That would be sad. We'll see. We'll see if this is the case or not. The VIX is selling off again. It's not on the best location though. I would like to see it do it a little bit higher. TP got edged. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I hope for you it's gonna go and continue to the downside, my friend. I hope for you it's gonna continue to the downside. Also for me, to be honest, I want them to take this low out. Like genuinely speaking, I want them to take that low out now. But yeah, I know someone is still in. Let me see, bro. Me shorting MNQ. Oh, nice, bro. I'm still holding. Yeah, someone is still holding the longs, right? So I hope for you it's gonna play out to the upside, but I hope for the guys that are shorting it's gonna go down, of course. Yeah, well, yeah, we're gonna see what happens here, bro. If they want to really move higher, and they close back above 6, I might look for another long setup. But it has to be drastic, right? So it might not be this hour even. Got a new hour coming in here soon. I'm long from 29,637. Ooh, nice. Yeah, you're right now. You're pretty secure. We got a new hour coming in though in a minute, so just be aware of that one. Yeah, this is looking a little bit. It's looking a little bit tough, guys. It's looking a little bit tough. It's not looking like it wants to go anywhere. Look at the closures back to back, right? So anytime we go up, we close it back down. We go up, we go down, we close it back in the middle. We go up, we go down, we close it back in the middle. It's indecisive right now. It's really indecisive. Let's see what happens here, though. Let's see what happens here. We got 110 people watching. Make sure to smash up the like if you enjoy the live streams. If you've been here before. And otherwise, you know, tune in again tomorrow. Nah, he know what he's doing. The market, I mean. Oh yeah, sure, yeah. The market is chopping people up for sure. Yeah, it's generating liquidity on both ends. Some more orders, right? Some more orders are being accumulated right now. Oh, look at that. So we just opened a new hour. Let's see if this actually gonna rate it now to this low. Let's see what happens here. We are rating it, that's for sure. Let's see. Yeah, so let's see what comes out of this PDF, guys. I think you guys will like it. I hope so. I hope you guys will like it. If you look at it, right, so what does price really represent? I have a couple of subjects here, what I'm talking about. I think you guys will like it. I think you guys will enjoy it. I'm also talking about correlations and stuff, like negative correlations, positive correlations, divergence, all that type of stuff. So I'm checking on gold. Yeah, well, but gold is nothing, bro. That's the problem, right? Today, I don't know. I don't know what it is today, but the market doesn't seem like it really wants to. Yeah, it wants to go down, of course, right now. So for the guys that are in the short, well played. They're doing a good job here. They're gonna take that low. All right, so they took the low where other stop was placed. Right now, as you guys can see. So that's all right. Let's see what happens here now, though. Yeah, that gold doesn't look that favorable for me, right? But I'm still, let's say I was looking for gold, I would say potentially look for longs here, depending on the closures here. On you can see the DXY is looking like it wants to continue its current momentum to the downside, right? If you look at the previous day range, it went back and to fill it in. Maybe it wants to continue, come back to this low. And then you would assume that gold wants to keep rising, right? I just don't really see a way to enter the trade. That's the big problem I have right now. You can see that we actually swept 2 o'clock low and moved higher. Yeah, maybe if they want to come back to 6, they retest the inefficiency. You put your stop below previous 2 o'clock, right? And then you trade it back to, yeah, you only have like a 1.2 hour return. Or you trade it back to the daily open like this, right? But I'm a bit like, yeah, I don't know if I like this to take it enough, right? TP done. I'm done for the day. All right, nice, my friend. Have a good day. Well played. Good job. Good job on the shorts. Nicely done. I'm scrambling for pennies here. Nice. I shorted gold. Where did you short it? Oh, you're in on spot price. Wait, what? Wait, you're targeting for 21. You're targeting all the way down here? 2150? That's really far to the downside, my friend. That's really far to the downside. Let's have a look at what happens here now. Let's have a look what happens here. We're now testing back into the lower portion of the wick, tapping below 50%, as you can see now. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens here, guys. We've got 110 people watching. If you guys enjoyed the live stream, make sure to smash up the like. That would be highly, highly appreciated. When we're looking at the VIX right now, we can see that the VIX is continuing to rise. I guess the idea for the longs weren't correct. Overall, when I'm looking at the VIX, it looked like it want to continue to the downside, right? So I'm like, was it a good trade? I feel like it was a good position, right? I feel like it was a good position. Maybe I could have secured myself the moment they actually tapped into 2 o'clock, and like I said, like I want to go to break even, and I didn't. Maybe that was a good idea, you know, to go to break even there instead of waiting for them to retest 6 o'clock. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, we made the decision. We lost. We didn't lose a lot of money, but yeah, it's part of the game, right? It's part of the game. He means TP amount. Yeah, I don't think you should define your TP based on the money that you want to make. You just define it on whatever potentially it could bring back to you, right? As in what is like a valuable target based on price itself. You're in a new long already. All right. Nice. Yeah, I'm not long anything till the VIX is actually showing it to me. So right now I'm not doing anything. If they really want to go higher for me, they really have to make a structural break first. So until then, I can't get involved as of yet. I cannot get involved as of yet. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait and see. We're gonna wait and see whether or not this wants to do something for us. So what is your guys' plans for the rest of the week? You guys gonna be trading? You guys gonna be working? Let me know what you guys do for a job. If you're still working a job, maybe some of you guys are actually full-time trading. But what are you guys doing for a job if you still work a job? What is the job that you're doing? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat what you guys do for your work. I'm a postman. Nice. Nice. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for your service. Without you, we couldn't read the post, right? It's a good job. It's literally a good job to have, right? Without jokes. Thank you, my friend. All right, let's have a look here what happens. We're tapping into that 15-minute fair value gap. We're actually breaking through it already. It's almost like done. We do not have a bottom wick here on this 15-minute candle. They might want to come back down. I own a private school. Oh, really? Nice. That's really good. That's really good, my friend. A private school is that's crazy. There are harder works for sure, but it's a hard job. Yes. No, I understand. You're walking through the rain. You're walking through the burning sun. And yeah, you know, like I understand that it has more to it than most people would think. I keep hostage my wife and kids. Okay, nice, nice. Now I got a couple of friends of mine that are in the army. They are in the army, and they enjoy the job as well. But they say that whenever they have to go out for like an exercise and stuff, and they have to go somewhere for a couple of weeks, it's tough, you know. I think every job has its perks and has its downsides, right? I mean, if you're a postman and it's nice weather outside, like 20 degrees or whatever, and you could wear just a t-shirt walking around, I think it's nice, you know, in the sun. But when it's too hot, it's not nice. When it's raining, it's not nice. So you have perks and you have downsides to everything, right? I guess that's just the way of life. I guess that's just the way of life. Bro, trading on Lucid. What's your view on Lucid? I'm trading Lucid as well, personally. I'm trading 2 accounts with them right now. I actually tried to pass 2 yesterday. Like, they were halfway, and I blew them. Because I tried to put a lot of size on. Which didn't work out, by the way. Of course, right? So these are 2 fresh ones. But I think Lucid is all right. You know, I don't think it's a problem. I never got paid out by Lucid though, right? I never actually got a payout from them yet. But I think they're all right. A lot of people that I know actually do pretty well with them. These are flexes. These are flexes, bro, not pros. do they pay ransom? Mine only take money from me. That's nice. That's nice. Let's see what happens here, though. We closed pretty good, as you asked me, on the 15-minute fair value gap. We're coming back down on gold. Let's see what happens once we make that inefficient price action efficient again. Maybe there is a potential long setup here on gold. I just have to see it form before I can take it. So I'm waiting here for a little bit. Yeah, let's see what happens here, though. Maybe it wants to do something for us. Let's see. What are you trading pre-on? You're trading a flex or a pro account? I'm trading a flex right now. I know I like them a lot. They seem really similar to Topstep, but the price is just drastically different. They're way cheaper than the Topstep accounts. And you can trade them on Tradesy. I like Tradesy a lot. I think it's a good platform. Each time my wife buys a new lipstick, I see the value of 150k eval. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, that's right though. I've been looking at life that way, the same way. I've been looking around. I'm like, okay, so you waste money on that. I could also buy 150k eval with the money that you're spending on that bullshit. Yeah, that's funny. I like that. I like that. No, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. When your friends ask you to go out and start drinking and stuff, you're like, yeah, but bro, I could buy like 250k evals with that money. Why are you asking me to go out and drink? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's see. All right, yeah, we're sinking through heavily. For whoever is still in this short, well done. You're definitely making some bank. If you're looking at the VIX here, the VIX is it keeps rising higher. So whoever is in this short, well played. We're gonna have our eyes on gold now. Let's see what happens once we tap into this level. Because I think the longs might not be working out right now for this instance on NQ. We have to wait a bit, see if this actually wants to do it or not. It might not want to do it at all, right? It might just want to continue, and we keep the small wick as it is. And we're just going to continue to sink all the way down towards these relative equal lows to the downside here, right? It could be the case that this is going to happen. The question is, how do you get involved, right? Like that's the big question right now when this happens. We might have to wait for the new hour. Let's say that this hour closes bearish as well, and they come back into this level. Then we might look for a continuation short, but it also depends on how the VIX is then moving. We'll have to see, we'll have to see what happens here. Because if we're looking at the current day on the VIX, so if you're looking from the current low to the current high, as you guys can see here, and we traced back into 50%, and we're respecting it right now, right? Meaning that it could just be the case that this just actually wants to go higher, and the bottom wick is already set for the day, and they don't want to come down, and they just want to go back to current day high. And this means that the big likely chance for the Nasdaq is to continue to the downside. $5 days to payout. You can do it, bro. Don't screw it up, my friend. You can do it. You know how many accounts, like passing accounts, guys, it's not really a big problem, right? Passing accounts, no problem. You can risk a little bit more. You pass it in like 3 days or 2 days. But once you get into that funded state, it's all about making, you know, not losing your patience, making good positions. Because the amount of times that I blew my account like 1 day before payout, and we're talking about $2,000 you just throw away. That's tough, man. That's really tough. But it's all, you know, I want to say it's part of the game, but it shouldn't be part of the game, you know. But I'm telling you, just take your time, my friend. You know, just take your time. EMA 200 is below on gold. Yeah, what do you mean by that? You think that we're gonna continue to the downside on gold? You think we're gonna continue to the downside on gold? Could be the case. Could definitely be the case. I'm just looking at I'm looking at gold. I'm looking at dollar, right? So dollar is sinking down, which for me gives like the intention that gold might want to go higher. Man, it's crazy. Official. It's insane, my friend. The amount of accounts that I've blown by just being a greedy little bastard is insane. It's actually insane. We got 130 people watching. Hope you guys are doing all right. If you enjoyed the live stream, make sure to smash up the like. That would be highly appreciated. And hit the notification bell if you want to keep tuning in to the live stream. Today I already made 1K. Nice, bro. That's really nice, my friend. That's really, really nice. That's really, really nice. All right, let's see. We got a new 15 opening up right now. Does this want to continue lower or higher is the big question. Let's see. Do we have a... We do not... Yeah, we do not really have a bearish divergence. I wouldn't say so. That this is the bearish divergence. No, it's just both creating a lower high. It's not really doing it majorly. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens here on this current 15. I'm questioning whether or not if this 15 comes up like this, that this might be a potential short continuation lower, right? To the downside. I just have to accept that it doesn't want to go higher. And this just wants to go down. And yeah, I might have to just accept it. I'm looking at the current 15 creation, right? If this comes back up to this 3-minute level, that might be a level to sell it lower from. And then we can use the current 6-hour high as our stop. I have to see. We tapped into this level. I'm questioning. I'm gonna see what happens here. I'm gonna see what happens here. I don't know what you mean with the 200 EMA, bro. I don't use EMAs, right? I don't use EMAs. So I don't have any full understanding when it comes to the EMA, bro. It doesn't sound dumb at all to me, bro. It doesn't sound... Don't assume I think that, bro. Not at all. I just didn't know what you meant with the 200 EMA. I understand you said we were trading below the 200 EMA, right? I don't know if that's... I think that is in that instance when you're below the 200 EMA, you're looking for shorts, right? The 200 moving average is usually seen as support for the 4-hour chart. Yeah, support or resistance then, right? Now, I know someone that actually trades it that way, and he trades only below. When he's below, he trades the continuation of the trend, basically, right? So when the EMA is really looking like this, he only is allowed to short whenever it reaches back higher. Yeah. But I'm a bit of a, how do you say that? I wouldn't say psychopath, but let's say the 200 EMA is like this, right? It's look like this. I want to look for the longs, right? Because depending on how the candle is looking, I want to look for the longs because I know that everyone's trying to short below it or the market is showing downside, but I want to be on the side where everyone's wrong. You see what I mean? Because when everyone's wrong, the moves are most likely the biggest. I shorted. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that, bro. Like like I said before, right? Like you can see that we're selling off on the DXY. I was looking for longs, but I was looking for longs from this level. With the EMAs, the problem is they are also on every time frame. Yeah, sure, 100%. Yeah, it's the measurement of X amount of candles and stuff, right? So it measures differently depending on whatever chart you're using. But I understand what you're saying for sure. I understand what you're saying. It makes a lot of sense that that's confusing. I had the same issue. When it comes to like the VWAP changes a little bit if you switch it from the 1 minute to like the 15 or like the 20 sometimes, like a couple of levels. But the VWAP is just showing you where the average price is based on whatever is happening in the market, right? So it's a bit better. Yeah, I know. I see what gold is doing, bro. But I was looking for the longs on gold, but it never came back to the inefficient price action below. Right here. Sadly. I needed them to tap that out first and then look for the longs because DXY is selling, bro. Look at that. The dollar is selling pretty drastically right now. And everyone's looking to buy, but yeah, it's not happening. Yeah. Stop loss hit. Yeah, bro, it's part of the game, my friend. Part of the game. All right, let's see what happens here now. We did not tap into the level yet. We got a new 20-minute that just opened up. I think this is a crucial zone to look at, guys. Whether or not they want to stay below this level or above is the big question. Because if they sank it lower from here, again, tapping into it, sinking it lower, I think there's some potential for it to continue to the downside. But if they actually want to close above this level, this looks like a pretty good level to look for longs again, right? The only question is then, okay, where can we put our stop loss? Do I want to make this big of a stop? Not really necessarily. But it could definitely be the case if you're looking at it, because we still do have a 2-hour return. We'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. Whether or not this is the long. Still going nicely for a buy. Let's have a look here. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good for sure. You're in a good position, my friend. With the longs on RGPY. You're in a really good position right now. Let's have a look here though. We got 132 people watching. Hope you guys are doing all right. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, we took a long position. We got stopped out. We took a long position right here. We had a long, and then it tapped 2 o'clock. I should have gone to break even, but I expected them maybe to retest 6 and then go. But that didn't happen. They tested 6 and went down. But yeah, yeah, it is what it is, you know. I could have secured myself the moment they couldn't break to 2, but it is what it is. Right now, I'm still looking for longs, potentially. You just have to wait and see what happens from here. And when I'm looking at the VIX is selling off again, guys. Do you see that? It is selling off again. So it might be a potential long. Yeah, SpaceX joins NQ today. Yeah, stopped out or break even? No, this one got stopped out because I didn't move it to. I had it on break even, and then I moved it to the low of 6 instead of this low, right? So it didn't make a big difference, but yeah, stopped out. You're right. SpaceX indeed joins the Nasdaq today. What are your main pairs that you trade? I trade NQ and gold mostly, personally. I used to trade forex back in the day, like when it comes to like the pairs and stuff, right? So the fiat currencies. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe sometimes I wish to go back to Euro USD. You know, GBP USD, Euro USD. They are really simple to trade. But you know, the simplicity in it all makes it boring, right? Because they're guys. If I'm telling you right now, if you're having a hard time with Nasdaq, you have to go to trade Euro, because Euro is super slow. It's really like more predictable in comparison to the Nasdaq. But yeah, I don't know, and it's also that of course I'm trading futures, right? And when you're trading futures, I don't know if they allow you to trade Euro USD on here. No, they only allow you to trade the Euro, right? Not the Euro against the US dollar. Yeah. Well, yeah, I use ES to analyze my trades for NQ, right? But they're most of the times they move the same way. But look at the divergence now. You guys see this? You see the divergence that we have on the charts, on how like it's drastically different, right? Which is not a good thing most of the times. But we'll see let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, ES is indeed less wiki. Yeah. And you can, if I risk 1 micro, let's just have a look here. I'm not gonna take an actual execution here. I'm just gonna have a look, guys. So don't do this. Don't do this. All right, let's see. Yeah, because if you see what I'm saying. So I can use 1 micro, and the size difference in between ES and MNQ is still major. Like it still has a big difference here. As in how much you're gonna get taken if something doesn't go your way and stuff with the pip calculating. So let's say it that way. All right, we didn't take the short entry from here. I'm glad we didn't. Let's see if this actually wants to stay above here. The VIX dropping. I like it. So you've been using the VIX as well, my friend? Like always already? That's nice. That's nice. That's good to see some people that are that tune in and also use the VIX. Of course, I'm using right now the Volks, but yeah, it comes down to the same thing basically. It's nice to see some other people using that as well. Official, nice. I like. All right, let's have a look here. We got 4 minutes until the new half an hour open. Let's see what happens here, guys. Mate, I'm battling the market since 2009. Jeez. All right, you've been in the game way longer than me, my friend. Almost 2 decades already. The VIX and the DXY is a must for Confluence for anyone that even opens the charts. Yeah, I agree, my friend. I agree completely. There's no denying in that. I do believe so. I think it gives you a better edge, personally, right? It could also overstimulate a lot of people looking at multiple assets, right, at once. But I do believe it gives you a way better edge than not using it. 2 decades of losing. Well, yeah, that's tough. Part of the game, part of the game. I'm in the game of losing. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, that's tough. I have the XY on another monitor. Maybe I should try more assets, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe you could try the VIX. I don't think you should, I don't think you have to trade like multiple. Like I have 4 windows, bro. Like I have 4 screens. Like genuinely speaking, I have 4 of them. Wait, let me make a picture so you guys can see how many things I have. Give me 1 second. Look at this. Look at this. All right, let's. You guys see that? I have 4 screens, guys. All right. I have 4 screens like this. This is my trading setup. So I have one big screen on the top. And then I have the one on the right where I see you guys, the chat and everything like it. I have OBS on the other one and stuff. Yeah. And I gotta be honest with you guys. It's nice to have multiple monitors, right? It's really amazing. But sometimes I wish to go back to just having 2, right? Sometimes, you know, it's, yeah. Yeah, right. Big screens means what? Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's have a look what happens here. Let's see if we're going to actually break it through on the VIX, or we're going to stay above it, and we're going to actually go higher once again. If this is the case, we're going to continue to the downside probably on MNQ. We got a closure in 1 minute. It's a tough market, guys. Genuinely speaking, if you look at the closures also on the 15, the way we close all the way down, then we close back up, it's a tough market right now. So make sure you spend your money wisely. Whether or not it's tradable is the big question. Let's see, the gold actually started rising drastically. So whoever took the long gold, well played. I didn't take it. I couldn't get involved because we never actually went to the level I wanted to look for longs. That is the setup. Me working on a single laptop screen and my phone. Hey, bro, it is what it is, man. It's good, man. Like I started the same way. You know what I mean? Like you know what I used to do back in the day when I started trading? So I had one good monitor, right? I had one good monitor, and I used like a 40-inch TV screen that was like half broken. I used to use that one as my second monitor, bro. You see what I'm saying? So I went through it, my friend. You know, I did it the same exact way until I started making payouts, and I used the payouts to buy better equipment. You know, that's just how I did it. That's just how I did it. How long you been trading? 6 years, my friend. 6 years, and I'm already losing hair. Do you see that? I'm losing hair. I've noticed. Look at this. Like I still have it, but look at that. It's bad, bro. It's bad. It's bad. I'm only 23 years old. I told it to my mom the other day. I said, "Mom, if I lose my hair, I'm going to Turkey and get a hair transplant." Like, there's no way. There's no way I'm going bald. Like, there's no way. Yeah, my father has it as well. Yeah, no, my father has it as well. Yeah, my father has. He lost hair here and here. There's no way. I'm not doing it. I have curls, guys. I need to keep my hair. There's no way. I can't do it. I'm gonna I can't do it. Could you please explain timing markers you have on the chart, and how do you use them in the context direction? Thank you. Yeah, so the times that I have on the chart are all the major openings in the day, right? So the 4-hour open, the midnight open, the 22 open, like all the 4-hour opens. And what I do with them is I use them directionally, as I know that within the day itself, they like to trade back to these time zones, right? So I know that 6 likes to trade back to 10 o'clock. I've seen it happen over and over again. When we're looking at the current day profile, it's also looking to a degree favorable for longs, right? To a degree, because you're below the open of the day. Like, nothing, of course, is 100%, but you're below the open of the day. You wicked back down into previous day. Previous day actually looked like it wanted to go higher, right? In this instance, by the way, on how it actually closed. So there was an expectancy for, okay, maybe they want to go higher. They swept previous day low, and I was looking for the longs, but it didn't occur, right? But I use them as levels of interest of where I can target back to, or where I can trade away from. So in this instance, if I was looking for the shorts, I could have taken it from here and actually traded it down. Yeah, if I actually executed this position right here, that would have been favorable, but we're not in. But yeah, that's how I use them personally, right? If I'm looking at the VIX now as well, the VIX actually bought itself all the way back up. Dang it, we're not involved now. I saw you worked on the PDF. When do you think we can study it? But does that make sense, my friend? That's how I use them personally, right? So the times are basically a time sequence. I will mention everything in the PDF as well. Is that it happens over and over again that price likes to trade back to these hours, also from previous day, right? So you have previous day hours that are interesting. Price likes to trade back to them, right? It's just basically opens and closes of candles, right? That's just what it is. But because I have them marked on the chart, I don't miss them. You see what I mean? So I don't have to do them all myself. I can just see, okay, this is a potential level price wants to seek back to. And on that instance, that's how I just use it personally. That's how I use it. I saw you worked on the PDF. Yeah, the PDF, when can it be finished is a big question. Probably, I hope next weekend. But yeah, it's definitely coming to fruition, you could say, right? So I've been working on it a lot, right? I think you guys will like it. So you can see that we're using EURUSD as an example, right? On how it actually works, how I utilize both the dollar and the euro, and then I compare themselves against each other, right? So let's say you're looking to buy the EURUSD, right? When you buy the USD, you're buying euro while you're also selling the US dollar, right? It's not precisely, that's just what you're doing, basically, right? That's just what you're doing when you're trading Forex. So if you then look at the DXY chart, for example, so if we're looking at the DXY chart, you would assume that the DXY chart is going to go to the downside, right? And you want to see the euro going higher. You see what I mean? So if you then look at it and you look, okay, does it, the euro chart, by the way, is awful, but when it looks like it's going higher, you're in a favorable position, right? So you would say that right now on the euro USD, it's going higher, right? The dollar is sinking, the euro index is rising. This means this is potentially for you a good buy setup. Does that make sense? So I've built it all out and everything that I understood from what I've learned over the years and how I look at the markets myself. And yeah, once it's finished, you guys can just, go through it, read it, see if you can take anything from it. Maybe call me out that I have no idea what I'm talking about. It could also be the case. You never know. You never know. But that's how I use it. That's how I use it personally. So yeah. All right, let's see. So we actually sold off from the level that I've marked out. And look at the VIX, guys. Look at this. Look at the VIX. That's crazy. You see that? That's crazy. All right. So yeah, sadly we didn't get involved here. It is what it is, though. It would have been a nice trade to get involved, but I wasn't expecting the VIX to buy up that drastically, to be honest. But if they really want to continue, then I guess we're gonna look for a short setup here. I see that there's inefficient price action right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get involved from that level, and we're gonna set it down to the downside, right? So we can see that there's no top wick on this current 15-minute candle. I'll be looking for them to come back here, and for the VIX to just continue to break higher. Now looking at how they're respecting it. So that's what we're looking for. If they put a top wick on this candle, we're going to try and get involved. And yeah, and we're going to put our stop loss above 660, right? So let's see, this is on the 3-minute. Yeah, that would be right here, right? So this is the current setup that I'm looking for, right? Like this. Stop above that high and targeting it all the way back to the downside, right? This is what we're looking for, guys. Understand that we're trading below the daily open. We're trading around the bottom wick, which is a bit of a dangerous location. But if they really don't want to go down on the VIX, I just have to accept it for what it is and then expect it to keep rising, right? So the VIX is connected kind of with the NQ and the S&P 500. Yeah, completely, bro. So the VIX, when it comes to the VIX, it just measures the expectancy, like the volatility of the S&P, right? So it's measuring something regarding the. Just read it. Read it. You can read it fully here, right? You can read it right here. It completely breaks it down for you, right? Everything regarding the VIX is broken down here on Investopedia. It's just the calculations between longs and short positions and the expected value. Yo, brother, just joined in. Can you explain your trade thesis? Yeah, we're looking for shorts. Reasoning is pretty simple. I was first looking for longs from here. I'm back to 22. This didn't play out, as you can see. I got stopped out. Now I'm looking for shorts. Reasoning for shorts is basically just looking at the VIX. The VIX is showing me that it doesn't want to go lower at the moment. And that's why I'm looking for the continuation short on the Nasdaq instead of looking for the longs, even though I do prefer longs, but it doesn't seem like it wants to do it right now, right? That's just what I'm looking at. And maybe I'm wrong, but right now, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the new hour does and how it opens up. For now, we're looking for shorts. There's an inefficiency above on the current 15-minute candle. If they tap it in, they make price efficient again, then I would like to look for the continuation to the downside. And look for these lows to the downside. You see those on 29.3. Oh, I'm explaining it, but I'm not showing it. So there's lows here on 23.330, right? These are equal lows. So I'm potentially looking for them to go down towards that level. I will be taking my profits earlier, of course, but that's the overall idea here. Reasoning why is because the VIX keeps rising higher. And yeah, if it doesn't want to go lower, then we have to just adjust ourselves. But I had a long position here, which got stopped out after I wanted to move it to break even. But yeah, I'm looking for the shorts here. But you have to, of course, remind yourself we're in the bottom of the day. So it's a bit of a risky setup to play, of course, for sure. There's a bit of a risky setup here. Because it might just wanna go higher. That's the big question, of course, right? That's the big question. We got a new 20-minute here in 47 seconds. We'll see whether or not it wants to break through or not. We'll see whether or not it wants to break through to the downside. We've got 135 people watching. Hope you guys are doing all right. If you enjoyed the live stream, make sure to smash the like. That would be highly, highly appreciated, guys. That would be highly appreciated. Even though the marks are looking a little bit unfavorable. You know, we have news at 14. Really? Do we have news? I don't see any news. Oh yeah, we have the weekly employment change, but it's a yellow folder though. It's not that major. It's a yellow folder, my guy. But who knows? It might do it. It might do something. You never know. It doesn't look major though. It doesn't look major. It does not look major. I'm building you a website. Really? Why? What type of website are you building? It's crazy to me that we have like 136 people watching. I really appreciate every single one of you tuning in. I really appreciate that. It's really nice to see you guys tuning in. Let's have a look here. Let's see what's happening here on the VIX. What's happening on the ES? Yeah, so we came back to the time cluster on the ES as well. What's happening on the gold is just rising. Okay, official. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, bro. I think gold will be ready for sells. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It really depends on what the dollar is doing here. If the dollar actually wants to rise higher, I'm agreeing with you. But if that's not the case and I want to continue lower, yeah, then I think this wants to continue higher. It's a bit of a mixed situation here right now. Let's have a look here. Hmm. To be honest, I'm reanalyzing right now. I'm removing the sell limit for a second here, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm reanalyzing the VIX, giving it a second view. Second view of thought here. How do you use the VIX if it's not moving tick by tick? I'm using the Volks. It's more, it looks a little bit more precise. You can see it here. So I'm using the Volks and not the VIX. The volatility index on FXCM. But this one looks a little bit more precise, right? So I'm using this one instead of the VIX. And it's been working really good for me personally. Whether or not this is actually, you know, doing precisely what it should do is the big question. But for me, technically speaking, this is doing it for me. It hardly moves within a 5-minute period. Yeah, it moves less, right? It moves less, but I'm looking more over the higher time frame perspective, right? So let's say, for example, right now we can see on an hourly basis, you can see that the VIX is selling off, right? It's a bit tougher when you're scalping for sure. But the big question is, are we going to respect the current down movement? If so, we could be looking for longs on the Nasdaq, right? So this is more like I entered the short or entered the long position on the Nasdaq when I saw the VIX moving to the downside on the continuation of the 2 candles here. You can see that here, right? And then we got stopped out for the long. But when I'm looking at it again, now I can see that we actually went into an extreme for the VIX. And that's why I'm reanalyzing. Am I really looking for the VIX to go continue from here? Like, that's the question that I'm asking myself, because I'm not really entirely sure whether or not that is the case. Because I'm still preferring the VIX to continue lower, you know? But you can talk yourself into something else whenever you're, you know, trading. But yeah, that's how I use it personally, bro. So it's not that I'm scalping it or anything like it on the really lower time frame, because that's not ideal. It's more for directionally speaking for me personally. So we actually swept this liquidity again into the 5-minute POI. I tried the short scalp gold. Yeah, I'm not gonna sell into this, bro, personally. I was really looking for the long, but it never came back to the level. Lorenzo has his own version of the RSI. Do you use overbought and oversold parameters? No, I don't. I know he has the stealth valuation index, right? And he compares both assets to one another and seeing whether or not they are oversold or overbought in a certain area. I know that. But no, I don't. Like, you can use the RSI. So for example, when I would be using the RSI, I've been using that a lot in the past, but let's say I'm using it for this instance, I will be looking for the RSI to tell me the valid bottom wicks or lows or highs of the day, right? In the creation of the candle. Because let's say, for example, you can see it here, right? So you have the opening of the day. Oh, let me move it a little bit. The opening of the day is right here, right? There's the line that goes up, right? So this means that the open is right here, right? meaning that we only been trading below the opening right now when it comes to the RSI measurement. The moment we actually went into the red zone, you can see that's the low of the day. This could be that it is a valid low, right? And we're going to start rising higher. And that's how you could use the VIX. That's how I used it, or the RSI. That's how I used it actually a lot back in the day. But I started to notice that sometimes it worked against me a lot. But maybe, yeah, I'll keep it on for now to see, see what's happening. But yeah, that's how I would be using it, right? Just in relationship to candle creations only. I wouldn't use it anyway. I wouldn't use it in overbought and oversold type scenarios just alone, standing alone, right? I would use it in relationship to the creation of candlesticks. Just understanding the higher time frame perspective. Okay, as in currently, is the day in a level that it could actually form the bottom wick of the day? If so, yes, and why? And then we're oversold, and then okay, yeah, looks good, All right, let's see here. Let's see what happens here. Oh, I'm a crazy guy. You guys saw that? I actually used I used the thingy instead of the fucking the bottle itself. Okay, just nice. Mm. Look at this. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, yeah. Let's have a look what happens here now. They made this efficient again. I think personally, I'm still looking for longs, to be honest. And I might look for a long right now once they close above this level on the 5. And I use this as my stop to go higher again. Looking at the VIX. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's see if they close above it or not. We got the current hourly open right above us here. 14 seconds. All right, entering a long position now, guys. My stop is currently below the current low. And I'm now targeting it back up higher. Let's see what happens here. Oh. Oh. I need to sell off 1, by the way. Give me 1 second. All right, yeah. All right, we're still in. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. We're in the long position. Let's see if this wants to play out or not. We had the closure above, so this is now a 5-minute order block. Let's see if they want to continue here. We're in the extreme, right? If this goes south, then I'm gonna call it for what it is. But I do see some potential here because the VIX is selling off drastically. So it's still aligning with the overall trend. I think this might wants to break lower and go back to the daily open. I said it before. I said, okay, in the current day range, we went back to 50%. This might be, the pull up higher. But I still think that the trend is currently bearish, right, for the VIX. And I'm preferring the long still. So I'm just going to give it another crack here. Whether or not I'm wrong, again, could be definitely the case. The trend is just to the downside. So who knows? I might get stopped out again. It will be, trying to pick the bottom over and over again. We'll see. We'll see if it can survive this current hour. If this hour closes bullish, that would be nice. That would be real nice. Got a 5-minute order block right here. Let's have a look what happens here. Whether or not they want to continue to rise higher or not. Or I just made a foolish decision saying that I wanted to short it after they made this efficient. Like this, and then entering a long now instead of the short, and this now continues all the way to the downside. Sup, fellow shorters. Are you shorting? I'm not shorting. I'm in the long. I'm in the long right now. I'm in the long. Hope you're doing good, Voltaren, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Let's see if we're gonna get stopped out. Do you use 8 a.m. New York time as the start of New York? I'm confused with the New York session. There's manipulation at 8, 9, and 9:30. Now I'm just, well, yeah, you have 8 o'clock open is like your New York open or your pre-New York open, and New York Stock Exchange open is at 9:30, right? So that's when all the other stocks and everything opens up. I should just stick to my short thesis. I'm a loser. I'm a loser. All right, looking at the VIX. The VIX is still selling off though, but it seems like the Nasdaq isn't feeling it. Seems like the Nasdaq isn't feeling it. Look at this. It's just selling off drastically. It's just selling off drastically. Oh my god, bro. They're like, you're longing? I'm gonna sink it all the way down. I'm gonna sink it all the way to the downside. That's crazy. That is crazy. Look at this. Oh my god. Lost $10, yeah. No, I should just stick to the, I even said it. I said the moment they make this efficient, we should look for the shorts. But yeah, I ended up not doing it. I ended up looking for the longs again. So when is what happens, you know? It's what happens. The moment you get too invested into the charts, you're trying to make sense out of something that's not making sense. All right? So, yeah. For me personally, you know, it's not moving like really decisively. You could say it's moving down, but I feel like if I'm looking at the higher time frame, it's not really doing that. It's like moving up, down, up, down, up, down, and slowly going down. When you said they would put in the top wick, I thought that made sense. No, you're right. You're right. It does make sense. It's the problem is that I'm having right now is that I'm looking at the VIX, right? So I'm looking at the VIX, and the VIX is selling off from like the extreme. So if they don't want to go from here to the downside, then there's a big chance it wants to continue higher, right? But we're still in. We're not done until we're done. But you're right, Freeman. I did say it, and it did make a lot of sense. But yeah, who knows? Who knows what happens here? We tapped into like the extreme POI on the 5-minute. We made the price efficient again here, as you can see here on the 15. Do you see that? So we made that efficient again. I still think it has potential. We'll see whether or not this is the case or not. We have a new 5-minute that just opened up. Let's hope this one actually wants to rise all the way up and see if we can survive the next hour, because the next hour is going to open up in a couple of seconds here, a couple of minutes. We'll see what happens here, whether or not this is going to do it for us or not. Yeah, you do have all these inefficient highs. Look at that. It's all like really low resistance liquidity resting above us. Do they want to take it? The yes or the no is the question. That's how the market's built. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it tricks you into making foolish decisions, right? And we try to keep it as rational as we can, even though it's hard, bro. Like trading is really, really hard, you know? Anyone that tells you otherwise is lying to you. I can assure you that the trading isn't hard. They're lying. Well, yeah, getting into a trade is not hard, but trading in general is not the easiest. All right, we're selling off really hard here on the VIX, so which is good. At least it's backing up our position if the position actually wants to go higher. So yeah, that's looking all right. Let's see if this wants to continue though. The ES is actually rising as well, so I like that. I like that a lot because they went back into the time cluster here. So you can see that they went back into 2 o'clock. They went back into London Open, Midnight Open, and they currently can't break it. So that's looking favorable. But now the more I look at it, the more I'm like, the market's not looking that good actually, you know? Just in general terms. If I'm looking at ES, it's looking horrible on ES. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. When it comes to the DXY is selling off as well. They actually went back into 6. So yeah, look at the dollar, look at gold. Man, it would have been nice if we just got we got into an entry when they made it the price. They had to make it efficient here. They didn't, and they went all the way up. Look at that. Gold is rising like a maniac. Let's see. Let's see what happens here, though. What's oil doing? Nothing major. Nothing major. Well, they're coming back up. They're coming back up. Let's see if they want to go higher. We got 140 people watching. If you guys enjoy the live stream, make sure to smash up the like. Even though the marks are not looking too favorable today, it would be appreciated. It would be appreciated. All right, we got a new hourly coming in 2 minutes from now. Let's see if this actually wants to bring it all the way back up or not. Oh, the overall target is still 22. Open. So that's, where is that? Is that this one? That's right. Let's see, is this 22? No, this is 22 right here. Yeah, right here. All right, we're looking for 22 open here. Let's see if this actually wants to go and rise for us. Thomas, you're doing a good job. I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, my friend. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you enjoy it. Great stream, no matter what the markets do. You're right. You're right. You need to differentiate yourself from the markets, right? You need to step away and let the markets do its thing. Whatever happens, happens. As long as we're making... we could actually, if we want to do that, guys, we could make like a challenge for ourselves. Like maybe like 1 trade a day or 2 trades a day max. We're only allowed to risk 1 micro, whatever, right? And we just go and we're going to try and make the best quality decisions we can. You know, we learn together. You see what I'm saying? Like me taking payouts doesn't mean I am the trader that I want to be, right? You need to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like in the end, I still make a lot of mistakes. I'm not going to try and tell you otherwise, because I know that a lot of these influencers, they are trying to tell you that they are the best traders in the world. And some of them are actually really good traders and probably way better than me, right? But yeah, I'm just learning, guys. I'm just learning. I'm learning here together with you guys. I've mentioned it a couple of times. I'm red blood. I'm not blue blood. I'm just a regular guy. I'm no one special. I'm trying to make it happen here. Brother, already long. Yes. I'm in the long right now. Yeah. Luckily, I survived. They came almost back to my. They almost came to stop me out. But I'm in the long. Yeah. We're still in now. That's for sure. We just opened the new hour here. Let's see if they want to continue. So yeah, I've reached out to ATAS, guys. ATAS is a footprint order flow platform, right? Like I said, I mentioned before, I have some understanding of order flow, but not a lot. And I was like, maybe we can learn it together, live on stream. I'm gonna try it out, you know. We're gonna live do it and learn it and stuff like that. Why not, you know? So let's see if that can work out, and I can work with them or whatever. And then, you know, I'm gonna just put a little order flow here, and we're gonna learn it together, guys. Why not? Seems good to me. All right, look at that. It looks like it's rising pretty drastically here, so that's nice. Let's hope this wants to continue. So we got stopped out on this position. And now we're trying to long it again. Longs after longs after longs, guys. Longs after longs after longs. Let's see if this one wants to actually play out or not. I need to, whatever, keep it as this. Still holding. Nice. What's your target? The 4-hour high. I'm targeting to 22 open, bro. 22 o'clock open. So, no, not the 4-hour high. I'm targeting back to this opening cluster right here. So just up here. That's where I'm targeting back to at the moment. Yeah. You can see actually how the current 6 hour went back into this level here, right? And sold it off lower. Interesting. Break above 6 again and fly. That would be nice. Yeah, if they break above 6 and actually flip it again, that would be really nice. It's starting to look good though. Look at that. Starting to look real good here. It's definitely moving. Look at that. Ooh, jeez. Moving. And look at the VIX, guys. Look at the VIX. I gotta say to myself that I'm proud to sticking to the thesis that we originally had. You saw what happened here, guys, right? I'm still learning. You see that? But at least I'm honest about it. You saw me measuring out the current day range, talking to myself, maybe this is the low, all right? Could still be the case, right? Look at me glazing myself here. But you see what I'm saying here, right? It's like whenever you're trading, you're trying to make sense out of what is happening, and you contradict yourself. Was you long and gold? I tried the long gold, but it never came back down to my entry, my level of entry, right? I needed to long it from here, and it went from here without a bottom wick. Yeah, it would be something, right? Yeah, you know, like, but that's what I'm saying, you know, like trading is an interesting game, man. Because the one time, like whenever you're in profit, you feel like a legend. You feel like nothing can ruin your day. And then you're in drawdown again, and then it doesn't feel good, and then you go in profit again. And bro, trading is a really interesting game, my friends. Trading is a really, really interesting game. Trading is a really interesting game. We just step back into 6 o'clock. Let's see what happens here. Are they gonna break 6 now? That would be the big question, right? I hope so. I hope they actually can break 6 now. Market or buy order? You mean for gold? I would have entered market the moment they gave me a reaction from here. Are we going to fly through or not? That's the big question. The VIX is definitely selling off still, right? So we do have a reaction here from 6 again to the downside, which is not nice. I hope they can break it. But when it comes to the VIX is definitely selling off, guys, right? So the VIX is definitely selling off right now. And that's favorable for us. I hope that continues to the downside for the VIX, so we can actually keep buying up. Ooh, look at that. That's a nice move. That's a nice move right here. Let's see if that continues. Let's see if that continues. Look at that. Oh, that's a nice push. Oh, that's a really nice push. That's a really nice push. Look at that. Look at it moving higher, guys. I just got a notification. I don't know what it was. What is that? Oh, nothing. Okay. Hi, everyone. Francisco, welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing all right. Welcome to the live stream. We got 142 people watching. For the guys that have never been here before, if you enjoyed the live stream, make sure to smash up the like and hit the notification bell so you always know when I go live. You can see me lose money, make money, you know, try to make it happen. I'm just trying to make it happen, guys. I'm not your financial expert. I'm not your typical guru that knows it all. Genuinely speaking, I probably don't know anything at all. But I'm trying to make it work, you know? Trying to make it work. Trying to make it work. Let me know for the guys in the chat where you're all from. If you tune in here for the first time, let me know where you're from. I'm from Amsterdam, or close to Amsterdam in Holland. And I've been trading for 6 years, guys. 6 years. And I'm already losing my hair. You see that? Crazy. Crazy. All right, let's see. We're flying, guys. You see that? We're flying. We're flying drastically here, which is nice, which is really, really nice. My heaven would be to live there. Legal. What? You're talking about marijuana or what? Germany, welcome. Welcome, my neighbor. Hope you're doing all right. First TP hit. Nice, Morton. Well played for you, bro. I'm glad it's working out for you, my friend. Morton is also a really good trader, guys. He's also a really good trader. I speak to him on WhatsApp here now and then. And he also trades the same way as I trade, because I actually explain a lot of this stuff back in the day when I was live trading for a little bit. And I think he's using the same stuff. I'm from Brazil. Ah, that's amazing, my friend. That's amazing. I would like to go to Brazil once, especially Rio during Carnival. That would be sick. That would be insane, you know? I know that's Brazil, like you have like the, what is it again? So New Year's Eve in Brazil is crazy, right? On the beach and stuff. Man. What a beautiful life, guys. What a beautiful life. There's so many things that we want to explore, that we want to, you know, experience. The only thing we need is money. You know how crazy that is? That everything, if you want to experience certain things in life, you can buy it. Like, not everything, but a lot of things. Looks like someone is hitting the algo. Yes, sir. My friend, Gavin Dantis. Thank you, my friend. It's working. It's working. I'm Mexican. I'm from Cuba. Oh, nice. Welcome. Nice to tune in. From Cuba. Oh, look at that. We're rising pretty drastically here, guys. Let's see. We're taking out these relative equal highs. Yeah, let's hope it continues here, guys. We look at the VIX here for a second. The VIX actually swept all that liquidity. I hope it wants to go lower on the VIX. And we continue here. And break through 2 o'clock, please. All right? Break through 2 o'clock, please. I'm not going to beg you, but I hope you do so. I hope you do so. Break through 2 o'clock, my friend. Do it. Tap the like, everyone. Simple. Simply crystally. Nice. Or crystals. Simply crystal. Nice. I appreciate that a lot. Yes, everyone. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the live stream. Don't hit it because we're winning a trade right now, because I also lost a trade today. So, you know, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. It's looking good, though. It's looking really favorable at the moment. The question is, are we going to take it back to 2.6? Our return is already major. It's already like 0.6 above what I normally target. Yeah, we're going to target back to this high right here instead of 22 to increase the likelihood of it hitting, right? If you want to hold on to it, you could, if that's your decision. But I'm also looking at the VIX here, right? And the VIX is buying itself back up again. So I have to make a calculated decision here. I'm gonna go to break even for sure. That's no question. But let's see. I hope they're gonna continue to rise here. In it to win it, yes, sir. Yeah, you're still in, right? You're crazy. You're still in. That's amazing. Well played, my friend. Well played. Well played. I hope you can secure yourself. Yeah, it's looking favorable for us now. Let's hope it wants to continue, though. Let's hope it wants to continue. Where was your entry point? My entry was at wait, I think precisely here. So it was around 31.50, 631.50. London high target for me. Yeah, I've reduced my target to 740-ish. Just before the high. Would be nice if they hit it. But I'm looking at the VIX as well here, right? So I hope this wants to continue. ES already took the highs, which is a bit of a iffy situation here right now. If they make this a bearish divergence, that would be worth a teardrop. I can assure you here right now, if that's the case. I hope not. If there's gonna be a bearish divergence, then we might set it off again. I hope not. Let's see. Thanks to you. Already took partials. Well played, my friend. Well played. You don't have to thank me, my guy. You took the execution yourself. You took the execution yourself. Look at gold, guys. Man, that buy idea on gold was massive. Even though dollar is not really doing anything anymore, gold is just going crazy. Look at gold. Gold's going crazy for sure. Let's hope we can play this out on the Nasdaq as well. Good strategy is one thing, risk management is another. Yeah, I think risk management comes with anything, bro. Like that's the first thing you have to do correctly, is manage your risk. You know, like that's the only thing that I feel like that's one of the major reasons why some people don't succeed, is because they can't manage their risk. Do you trade EMAs, and if not, why? No, not really. I do have some of them that I sometimes look at. I've been looking into it. Okay, maybe I can create a system that I use EMAs to confirm my potential entries. But for now, I just can't find it, you know? I can't find it because I've noticed with EMAs that depending on the move that you're looking at, you're too late, right? That's what I noticed, right? It's like you're too late to get involved. And the move already goes, at least the move that I want to be a part of, you know what I mean? Is already gone. And that's the problem that I have personally with EMAs. That's the problem that I have with EMAs. Let's see. Let's see what happens here now, guys. I hope we're gonna continue to rise here and not come all the way back down. that would be crazy. You are not using the right EMAs. So which one would you suggest to use, my friend? Let's see. If they come all the way back down, that would be crazy. Like, genuinely speaking, that would be crazy. Come on, guys. Let's not start a fight over an EMA, guys. Like, what does it matter? Like genuinely speaking, like if you can trade trend line, like if there is an EMA that could actually sharpen my edge, why not? If it makes it simpler, like I wouldn't mind it, right? Let's not fight people over whatever they're using to make money. Like if you're making money, like do whatever works, right? I'm trading a prop account right now. I'm actually trying out Lucid. I don't think, nah, he's been here, but he's been here longer, Jason. He's been here longer. I don't think he's shitting on me, bro. I don't think he's, I appreciate you for stepping up, though. You're a legend. You're a legend. I appreciate you a lot. But, Nice. He's been here for the last couple of streams. But yeah, I also have a broker account, like a live account. But I'm trading. I'm trying Lucid out right now. Look at this, guys. You gotta be kidding me, right? Like I'm already, I already felt it through my bones that I'm like, you're not gonna come all the way back down on me. Does Lucid send orders to exchange? No, not really. No. Well, yeah, they're using the CME data, but they're just on a sim account. And I'm trading it on TradeC right now. I like to use 15,000, 150,000, 6,987 EMA. Is this the right EMA? I don't know if it works for you. Come on, guys. Come on. I understand. We're in a competition here, right? It's Mills, stepping up and whatever, but it doesn't really matter whether you're trading EMAs or not. Like I truly do not. I truly don't care if whatever. Bro, look at this. It comes all the way back down on us. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. The problem is that I feel like this might not be just a pullback, right? The reason why is because of the bearish divergence and looking at the VIX. I hope it's just a pullback. We're gonna see what happens here. It would be nice, but if this actually comes all the way back down, that would be crazy. Look at this. Look at the hourly as well. Look at the hourly as well. If that's the case, I'm gonna call it for today. That's for sure. But let's hope not. Rebalancing the 15-minute bullish breaker. Yeah. No, I see what he's saying. Together we are stronger. Yeah, 100%, man. Like the thing is, I think like competition is natural, right? We're in a like the game that the trading is competition basically, right? You want to be right when other people are wrong, and that's just part of the game. But I think that's something I've learned by reading a lot of books and stuff. But if you, how can I say this? Not being a sponge, right? Willing to learn is one thing, right? You don't have to learn from everyone, because a lot of people, there's a lot of bullshitters out there, a lot of people that talk a lot, but they don't really know what they're talking about. But if you're not a sponge and you're not taking in information and you're like rejecting information from people, and you have a strong belief, which is okay if it works, right? Like do whatever. But you could also, put yourself in a lot of trouble when you're fighting everyone and then it doesn't work out, for example, whatever. And, you start a fight online about trading and there's money involved. And then you're trading to prove yourself to someone else instead of to just, whatever the plan is that you need to follow. And once you get into that mindset, there's people that, you might make the really wrong decisions based on, a wrong feeling. As in you want to prove yourself to someone else instead of just whatever the plan is telling you. You see what I'm saying? I actually use EMAs on my trading. Yeah, I've used them. I've tried to use them. I just couldn't find the ones yet that I think I like, I'm pretty sure if I look at it now that you had a crossover here. Yeah, so you had a crossover here. All right. You see that on the 5-minute? And now we have to see them respect it and go higher again. But yeah. This would actually... okay, we're rising again. Let's see. We still got an hour before the New York Open. It would be nice if this actually goes higher before the New York Open opens up. We'll see. Put it to break even. I'm already at break even, my friend. Don't call it a day. You're the best company to trade with in months. I know. But, well, I don't know. But I appreciate it. But if the market is going to take me out again, it's going to go down again, I don't want to stay trading. Did you take partial? No, I didn't. I only entered with one contract because of the sizing. I didn't take any partials. I know, he said. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. That was an automatic response, bro. That was an automatic response. No, we didn't take any partials. We're still looking for the full take profit here. And we didn't even hit 2R yet, so like I have to stay in regardless. But I'm looking for around these highs to be taken, right? Around these highs for around 2.5R return on the risk that we took. That's what we're trying to do here. We took a loss earlier today. We reduced it by a little bit though, so that's okay. It should have been a break-even position, to be honest. But yeah, let's see what this one does, you know, whether or not it's going to play out for us. It would be nice. If I'm looking at the VIX is rising again, which is not really beneficial, right? But yeah, it did respect the extreme, so it's like maybe it's just a small pullback for the continuation, you know? So let's keep it that way, yeah. Let's keep talking with each other, guys. I like it when there's a lot of people talking and stuff. It's nice, you know, have a little bit of a conversation. Can you explain one thing why ES is very bullish, but NQ is not that much? Yeah, well, yeah, normally they're heavily correlated, right? But sometimes there is a divergence in correlation. This means that the money flow is just different, right? And yeah, something is holding NQ down. We do have, of course, the IPO launching today from SpaceX coming onto the NQ on Nasdaq. Maybe that's the case. But it's been often more that you have some really, I'm not showing the chart, but you have some more often than not, you have heavy divergences. If you're looking at the charts, right? If you can see it, we're actually really low in comparison to ES, right? ES is rising, creating higher highs and higher lows. And we're doing the opposite right now on NQ. Meaning that when it comes to the delivery scademism, it's actually bearish, right? Bearish pressure on NQ and it's bullish pressure on ES. I have a section here in the PDF I'm making for you guys because you guys requested me to do something like that. So I was like, yeah, why not? So I have a PDF that I'm making. And if you're looking at the correlation section, let's see. Okay, yeah, so here. Let's say both Nasdaq and S&P are trading lower. We're just talking about correlations in this instance, right? But there is certain times that there is a divergence in the correlation, right? And that's what's happening right now. Is it better to look for buys on the ES at this time? Well, yeah, it depends if you're looking for buys. You could, it's a two-way street, right? Because you could also say that NQ is lower. And when it actually recorrelates with ES, it actually gives you a higher risk to reward ratio. And also there's some mixed ideas on it. But sure, if you're looking for buys and Nasdaq is rating a low and ES isn't, there's a strong signal that ES might be more bullish than NQ. Right? So it really depends. But once the PDF is done, you can actually look at it and potentially get something out of it. Potentially get something out of it. We got 130 people watching still, guys, which I really appreciate. If you enjoy the live stream, make sure to smash up the like. And maybe, as a request, if you know someone that is trading and wants to tune in with us live, you know, share them the live stream. You know, I will send you guys the link here. Just copy the link and share it to someone that you think also would like to watch me trade live, you know. Make me look like a fool sometimes by taking the wrong positions, you know. Learning together, guys, right? If you want to help the stream, just share it with someone. Would you buy or sell? Yeah, we're in a buy right now. I'm in a buy. So right now I can't really do anything. But yeah, for me right now it's a buy position. At this current moment. I like honest fools. I'm one of them. Yes. Nice. Hey, as long as we're honest, bro, it's good, right? I don't see the point of lying. Like when it comes to trading and stuff, and you're trying to hide and you're trying to do, you know, there's a lot of these influencers. They do that. You know, they try to avoid looking like a loser on live streams, I guess. But there's no reason to do that, bro. Like, why would I lie? Why would I lie and make myself seem better than I actually am, right? Which I'm not, you know.
And then the only thing it can do is backstab me. That's one thing. And the other thing is that it's not beneficial for me at all to lie. Like, I'm not selling you guys anything. So there's no benefits for me to say to you guys that I'm some legendary trader that never loses, right? I lose more than I win, but I still end up making payouts. So it doesn't really matter, you know? I can explain. So I have a video for you. It's an unlisted video. You can watch it if you want. It's time frame synchronization. It's this video. I'll share it. If it loads. It's not loading. All right, here you go. So this is time frame synchronization. Is a video I made. It's free. It's unlisted. It's an unlisted video, right? And yeah, what you can do is you can watch it, and then you have a little bit of an understanding of how to look at the market. But it's for the rest, it's not that crazy. I think it could be beneficial, right? I'm creating a PDF. Once it's finished, you can have a look at it, and then maybe it works out for you. But most of the time, when it comes to my edge is purely based on candle formation and price action. So I like to trade the PA itself, and then use candle formations in backing up my trade ideas, right? Is it favorable for me to enter here or there, why, and stuff like that? That's just how I trade personally. Thomas, I shared you a name in PFM, prop for a match. Yeah, I know about prop for a match. They like to bring on guests. You might want to check them out sometime. Hey, thank you, Stretch. You're right. No, I actually know about prop for a match. I know about them, my friend. I know about them. I know they bring up guests, and I think they also have like streamers themselves, right? They also have streamers themselves. You're right. You're completely right, my friend. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Maybe they will reach out to me one day, you know? I would be sick. I would be sick trading live with you guys on prop for a match and on my own channel. That would be crazy, right? Who knows? We'll see what happens, Stretch. We'll see what happens. Maybe I have to reach out to them. I don't know precisely how that goes. Right now, I'm just, we're just doing the live streams together, chilling. We're chilling and doing live streams together. You guys like it, right? Let me know in the chat. Let me know if you guys actually enjoy it. Smash a like and press a 1 if you enjoyed the live streams. Let me know in the chat. Regardless of what is happening on the trading side of things, right? Like, I mean, we're in profit now, but just in general, I hope they are valuable and likable. I hope so. Just ask them there in the chat room. Yeah, we'll definitely do that in the future, bro. I'll send them a message in the chat room. Say, yo, I'm also a trader. In the future, you know. Why not? Why not? Nice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in still and enjoying the live stream. I really appreciate you guys are legends. I really appreciate that. Blues as always. Yes, sir. Let's see what happens here. So we're trading back up again, which is nice. Let's hope it actually wants to continue rising. It is a crazy market. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. The markets are nice. How did you come up with a 2. The 2.5 hour target is purely based on the fact that we have this high here, right? So it's not that I'm guessing where price wants to go. That's why I like to trade against the trend with the trend. I know it doesn't make any sense when I say it like that, to be honest, but whenever the market is moving down, but the overall structure for me says that it's long, right? Or it has potential to go higher. I like to trade against it when it actually is moving down, like we did here, right? Because then I can get the best risk to reward ratio setups. So yeah, that's how I do it personally, right? And when it comes to like defining risk to reward, you can have a static version of your risk to reward ratio, right? So you can have like a 1-to-1, but you do need an increased risk. Like you have to win a lot of trades, right? Now I have a 2R of a 2.5 hour return. If I get 2R at least, and I risk around $100 per trade max, I can win 40% of the time and make money. If I have a 1-to-1 return, I need to make around 70 to 80% wins to be profitable, right? You're still holding the trade. Yeah, I'm still in the trade. Yeah. We're still in. We're still in. We're still in. Yeah, the VIX is moving a little bit higher now. But I hope we're gonna be we're gonna see some movement higher still. I hope so. And they're gonna, instead of respecting this level, they're gonna go higher. I hope so. Morton, my friend, thank you for tuning in today. See you tomorrow. Enjoy working out, my friend. Enjoy working out. Let my trade build value. I like that. I like that saying, bro. That's a nice way of saying let my trade run into profit. I hope so. We're in the same position, so I hope it works out. It would be nice. How many years experience do you have? I'm in trading now 6+ years. 6 years at least. It's a long time, man. It's a really long time. Yes, but when I raise the RR value, I mostly get stop loss. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? So that's why that time frame synchronization video can help you out really good. Is you have to understand, okay, where am I entering within price, right? To determine whether or not it's an entry that could actually deliver you back to R or not. I'm not going offline, guys. But for the guys that are leaving, see you later. I'm staying here still. I'm not going anywhere. Did you consider streaming at London Open? Yes, but I like 6 o'clock a lot. But I can maybe consider it one day to also stream at London Open. But you know what my problem is, bro? I'm gonna tell you honestly, right? My problem is that if I go live at, let's say I go live at London Open, right? I would be live still right now. You see what I mean? You see what I'm saying? And because I enjoy it so much. I enjoy talking with you guys and everything. It's amazing. The problem is that eventually you're draining yourself out of energy, right? So I'm draining myself out of energy, and I'm starting to make more loose decisions when it comes to trading. And it's not something I don't like. My goal in the future would be to have my own fund or and everything like that. So I have to be creating powerful habits instead of staying behind the charts 8 hours a day and draining away and then making lousy decisions and stuff, That's why, because I know if I start streaming at 8 o'clock in the morning, I would still be here right now. Maybe we can do it one day. We'll see how it goes. And then, we're live for a longer period of time. Why not? Maybe we're going to try it one day, Why not? Why not? Well, yeah, you feel like the problem, that's the thing, right? You don't notice it, but you're draining because your brain is making so many decisions, right? You're making so many decisions in your brain. Man, it's easy to just, to get sucked in, Take 2 or 3 trades at London Open and be done with it. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. We're doing the same thing now, though. ES took London. Yeah, we already spoke about it. That ES actually, we have a bearish divergence. But I couldn't take it out anyways because we weren't at 2R yet. But you're right, Kumar. You're completely right, my friend. We have a bearish divergence right now in the relationship to ES. All right, we did not take the highs yet. But overall, when I'm looking at the overall picture, I still think that we want to go higher anyways. I feel like we want to go back to this fair value gap above. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the trade on. But I hope it's gonna get taken out before New York Open. I hope New York Stock Exchange Open. I hope it's taken out beforehand. All right, Francisco. Thank you, my friend. See you next time. Stay safe. Hit the notification bell so you're always notified when I go live. When I go live. All right, we're breaking out a little bit, which is nice. We can see as well that ES is moving down again a bit. It's a bit slower now, that's for sure, but it's moving. It's moving. Let's hope it actually wants to continue rising here. I'm gonna put an alert here. And see what happens once we actually break through it again here to the upside on ES. Do you trade US30? No, I don't. I don't. I did trade US30 in the past when I used to trade forex still, but the US30 is it's like, I don't know. It has a different temperament, guys. All right, it's a temperament that you have to be really careful with. You can make a lot of money with US30, but you can lose a lot of money with US30 as well. So it's a bit of a mixed situation for me. All right, so when it comes to gold, for the guys that actually bought gold when I was looking for buys, I couldn't get in. Well played. You should have made some good money from here. Potentially. It moved up over 1%, which is crazy. Yeah, but it's like the move differentiates themselves a bit, right? Same with silver. If you enter on silver without realizing you're trading silver, and you enter with one full contract, I can assure you, you're gonna feel it. You will feel it. Silver is like really drastic in the tick value, right? On how much money you are risking. All right, let's see. I got some food waiting for me downstairs in the fridge. I've got some watermelon. Like you guys know, I like that, right? So I've had it. I've got it in the fridge waiting for me, and I got a kiwi. I just bought it before the stream. I'm getting really hungry, but I hope that this actually starts rising now, so I don't have to go downstairs and make myself some melon and the kiwi. Because I remember you guys last time, you didn't really like it that I was eating, so I don't want to do it again. So yeah. Should we trade the UK 100 in a London session? UK 100? UK 100, you're referring to the Nasdaq or what? Or the UK 100 is the biggest 100 companies in the UK. Oh, you mean the FTCE or the FTSE? I don't know which one that is, bro, to be honest. Make sure you eat. Yeah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I will do. Yeah, no, I never traded that before, Kumar. I never traded that before, my friend. So I have no idea. It's like I said, right? I've got experience. I've been in the game for a long time, but I don't know everything, right? I have no idea. I've never traded it before, man. I've never traded it before. Maybe you're right, though. Maybe it makes a lot of sense to trade that during the London session, as that's the London hour, right? It makes a lot of sense. I will have a look at it. Let's see how it looks. But do you have a futures version of it? I don't. Yeah, you do actually. It's not even looking that bad, to be honest. Okay, well, it's not looking too bright as well, but let's see. Let's see on the 8 hour. I mean, it's not looking all too bad. Like it. Okay, never mind. What is this? Why do I only see data from May? Oh, it's changed. Oh, it also has changed all the contracts, I guess. It's your stream. Do what you like. I appreciate that, my friend. I really appreciate that. No, I don't know. All right, let's see. Thank you, Rami. I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate that. It has good volume during the London session. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I'll have a look into it tomorrow, see what it does during whenever the London opens up. All right, we're still in the trade. We're still in. Let's see if it actually wants to do anything before the New York Stock Exchange open. That could change everything in seconds, right? It can come all the way back down during the New York Stock Exchange open, take us out, and then go up again. I hope it just wants to rise first. I really do hope so. That would be better. We got a new hour coming in 18 minutes from now. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what's gonna happen. We got 126 people watching. Let me know where you guys are from. Let me know where you guys are from. For the guys that never told me before, let me know where you're from, where you're tuning in from. I'm from Amsterdam. I know I've said it a couple of times now, but I'm near Amsterdam right now. All right, we just crossed higher on ES. Let's hope we're going to follow through here now on the Nasdaq. That would be nice. Yeah, we definitely have some buying pressure here on ES. Well, come on, Nasdaq, baby. Give it to me. Toronto, Canada. Nice. Tuning in from Canada. That's real nice. That's real nice. My it's completely on the opposite side, but my stepmom is from Florida. She has a nice house in Florida, and she has one in somewhere in the woods. I don't even know where, to be honest. Bangkok. Nice, my friend. Good to tune in. From Thailand. I've been contemplating moving to Thailand for a little bit, like genuinely speaking. My dad also came with the idea. It's like, why don't you go to Bali for 2 months in September? But the problem is he was willing to buy the plane ticket for me, and the rest I have to pay myself, of course. But he wants me to go out there a bit and live a little. That's what he said. He feels like I'm not living enough, right? And to a degree, he's right. And but I said, you know, like, I like the live streams a lot. It's like, if I go, I do have to bring something to live stream. So yeah, you know, like I have to consider whether or not I want to go there for 2 months. NQ is consolidating in the 4-hour range. What's your take on it? Yeah, no, I've mentioned it before. Like, if we're looking at the 4-hour, it's compressing, right? So it's not really going anywhere. And most of the times, whenever we're compressing like this, there is a major move about to come and happen, right? I don't think it's now going to happen just now, but we do have the IPO launching as well, right? Today. So maybe that has some influence here. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, you know? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah, you're right. It's compressing heavily right now. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You're talking about the last 4-hour candles. Oh, I thought you talked about it in general. Well, the current compression is not that major, you know? It's definitely ranging, but I thought you meant on the higher time frame. I'm Indian, living in America. Nice. Nice. All right, we're selling off again. ES actually breaking higher, but NQ is not willing to do it. It's not beneficial, I gotta be honest with you. For looking at the VIX right now, the VIX is rising again as well. Yeah, we're gonna stay put for now. We're gonna stay put for now. We're gonna stay put. Yeah, now I see what you said, but we're already in the buys, right? Like, we're so, like, that's the thing. It's like I can take it out now, but I completely ruined my risk to reward perspective on the trade. I'd rather get taken out on break even, to be honest. And that's okay. It's not a big problem. But I still see, like, if I'm looking at where we are located in the current price, I wouldn't be surprised if this actually wants to rise up a little bit before it actually goes down. But I might be completely wrong here, right? So if you are in the position and you want to take your money, take your money. You know, do whatever you want to do. I might be stubborn, not wanting to sell it yet, you know? It could also be just stubbornness right now. But I'm looking at the overall perspective. I'm like, I do see some potential that it wants to actually go higher still. Looking at how it closes, yeah. Let's have a look here. The VIX is rising drastically. One info course not coming out. welcome to the live stream. Welcome back to the live stream, Vincent. Hope you're doing all right, my friend. Are you trading a real account or prop firm? Right now, we're trading a prop firm account. We're trading a prop firm account right now. I do have a live account, and I also manage a live account for someone else. But I have not managed to speak to him yet to ask if I'm allowed to show it on stream, because it's not my account details, so I don't know if he wants to do that. But yeah, and that account, it's a pretty big account. Not insanely big, but big enough. And I manage it for him because he's a trader himself, and he's been trading for a really long time. He actually traded on the Amsterdam Stock Exchange 30 years ago, and he said he wanted to see how I traded. You know, give like an explanation of why I trade and how I trade and stuff like that. And I started with $5,000. I built it up to $6,000 in total, and now we increased it again, right? So yeah, that's basically what's happening right now. And eventually, the goal for me, of course, is to get to know the people that he knows, so I can actually, you know, build some connections. Oh, look at this, guys. What a sink down lower. Yeah, the VIX is definitely buying up right now. Maybe you guys were right. Taking out was a potential idea here, especially with the divergence between ES and M and Q. Oh, look at this. What a rocket to the downside, guys. What a rocket to the downside. Can we still survive this? I don't think we can. Dang it. Look at it. What a sell-off. All the way back down. We're still in. That would be crazy if this is the bottom wick. That would be crazy. I don't think so, but we'll see. Mosquitoes eating me alive. Yeah. Might take Asia low. Yeah, it might. It might actually do that. Now, looking at the VIX as well, the VIX actually bought itself all the way back up again. Tough market today, guys. Like, it's not really directional in a way, you know? It's going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. But it's all right. When ES took the highs and NQ not, it's very risky for NQ. Yeah, you're right. You're completely right, you know? You're completely right, my friend. You had a big SMT in that instance. But ES took them again. What is the VOX? So the VOX is the volatility index. It's the same as the VIX, but the VOX is a little bit more clear for me. It's a little bit like nicer price action. So I like to use that one instead of the VIX. Comes down to the same thing though, but it's a negatively correlating against the S&P and the Nasdaq. So I use it to determine whether or not I think a position could be favorable. So you could see that on ES, or I mean on the VOX, that we were in an extreme, and that's when we actually entered the long position here on the Nasdaq. And it ran pretty nicely, but it didn't go to what I was planning to target. Could have I taken it out here? Yeah, potentially, you know, but it never reached my 2R anyways. And I really was expecting this to go back and re-rate above, London highs, basically. Should I enter now? No. No, you shouldn't ask me whether or not you should enter, you know? I like looking at it now, I wouldn't enter it again, you know? because I'm looking at the VIX, right? You see the buying pressure on the VIX? I wouldn't enter it now, personally, no. It might reject here, you know? It might, but I wouldn't enter it again, no. We're gonna get taken out, I think. We're still in, but I do think we're gonna get taken out here on break even. Let's see. What's the trend for SpaceX? Good question. I don't know, bro. Whenever an IPO launches, you never really know what happens. When it comes to SpaceX itself, like the AI part of SpaceX is actually costing them a lot of money, right? I think that might be the reason why they're actually launching this IPO. But who knows? Who knows how the market reacts to it, bro? Who knows how the market actually reacts to it? It could be differ always, you know? Could always be different than what we expect. Nasdaq sets to fall at open as DeepSeek's AI push rattles markets. So they think that the market is gonna sell off to the downside at the New York Open, at the New York Stock Exchange. That's what's just been said. That's gonna be rallying to the downside, or rallying to the selling off to the downside. That's what the news just said. All right, I think we're gonna get taken now. Yeah, all right, we got stopped out on break even on this position. Should have I taken it out when ES actually did the divergence? Yeah, maybe, you know, maybe. It is what it is, though. Part of the game. Yeah, for me, this is it, to be honest, guys. We have 1 loss and 1 break even. It should have been 2 break evens. And maybe it would have been 1 win, 1 loss. But it is what it is. You know, we made the right decision by keeping it on, risking going back for 2R at least, and that didn't happen. Yeah, I'm gonna call it for what it is today, guys. I don't think the marks are not too favorable for me personally. So I'm just gonna call it for what it is. And yeah, I do believe that this trade, like this one, was okay. I think this was overall a really good position. I do think this one should have been at break even. So I should have moved it to break even earlier instead of to the low of 6. That was the wrong decision. But besides that, I think we made right choices today. That's interesting. That's interesting, my friend, that they block them from buying. I know that in China, they're also not allowing people to buy paper gold anymore. As in, they're not allowing to let them buy it or speculate on gold prices, which is interesting. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. I'm going to call it for what it is. I hope to see you guys tomorrow again at the same time, 6. Stay safe. You know, the markets for me are not too favorable. Maybe for you they are, but for me they're not at the moment. And yeah, I'm going to call it. I think overall was a good day. Let me know in the chat how you guys felt about the day. Press a 1 in the chat if you enjoyed it. But that's it for me, guys. That's it for me. I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it and step away. Call it a day. All right. Have a lovely day, guys. Thanks for the education. No problem, my friend. You know, no problem. Thanks, bro. I'm green. Nice. New sub here. I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate that a lot. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, nice to meet you. Same to you, Simply. I hope to see you tomorrow again. Stay safe. All right, guys. For me, the day just started. Yeah, for me as well, but I'm not going to continue to trade it, you know? I might trade later on the new year and later on in the PM session, but for now, I'm going to call it. All right, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Stay safe, yeah? Ciao, 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 ciao.